Yes, it is the Guild Wars TUI. Oh man, we just need a healer for Deadmines. This is Skull Rock, hardcore server. Skull Rock. Really, I'm just biding time until until tomorrow at 4 o'clock when Season Discovery launches tomorrow, 4 p.m. my time. Hey, Cupcake, what's up? I am actually going to go Hunter. I went back and forth several times, but I think I'm going to go Hunter. And it's because I really want to try out some of the melee runes that they have. I don't think melee for right now, like, isn't going to be really good for PvP, unfortunately, because there really is no closing. There's no closing ability. There's no, like, there's no harpoon. There's no way to stick to your melee target that well. I mean, once you get on your target, you can probably kind of stick to them if they're, fairly well, unless they're like a mage or somebody. Yeah. Hold on a second, I want to get some food. I can't seem to find, man, I'm having the hardest time getting a healer. Give me, what can how about some, I don't know, roast, no, that's too high level. What is tender wolf steak? Tender wolf? No, that's too high level. How about goblin? No. Clams? Boiled clams? No. What are those? I'm trying to think of what the food is that would give me 6 stamina. Ooh, Black label. Can I use black label? Yeah. Let's... Oh, I ain't paying 30 some odd silver though. What is it called? Can't. Oh wow, I can use greater healing? Shit. I didn't know I could use greater healing already. That's kind of crazy, really. What is the food I'm looking for? What's the one you make? Murloc fin soup. That's what I'm looking for. Murloc fin soup. This is what I want. This will give me 6 stamina, I think. And can't seem to find a healer. Yeah, I was going for the Murloc Thin Soup. Just 6 stamina, Grab some Rumsey Rum Light, because I can't use the Rumsey Rum Dark. That gives us plenty of Rumsey Rum. We've got the Murloc Fin Soup, which is going to give us 6 stamina. And we're good to go. I just need a healer for my group. You just started hardcore 2 days ago? Well, I'm definitely gonna be doing. I'm playing Season Discovery just simply because it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be happening. I mean, it's the thing. It's what everybody's gonna be. All the big streamers are gonna be playing. Everybody's gonna be playing it. So the hype's gonna be there, and it's gonna be really fun because the Asheville PvP zone is gonna be super fun. So it's just gonna be crazy because you're trying to find the rune. There's a lot of things that aren't really known about it. We don't know where the runes are going to come from. We don't know what some of the gear is going to be like in some of the raids. I mean, there's going to be like Black Fathom Depths raid. We don't know what the gear is going to be like. We know some of it. There's going to be some like epic recipes you can get. You can make like epic leather leggings at level 25. So if you get leather working and you find the epic leather working recipe, you can make epic leather working leggings. You know, so there's these really cool things that you know that you can get. You know, so. I cannot find a healer for Deadmines. Me too. Yeah. I'm spamming. Man, here's somebody who has a healer. I could drop group and join their group, but I'm not going to do that. Are those Deadmines quests? Collecting memories, oh brother, I can't remember. What Deadmines quests do I have? I only have 2. I think those are Deadmines quests. I gotta go grab those.
Need help?
I'll give you some scrolls. I got so many scrolls. I don't know what to do with all those scrolls. Ah, fail parkour. Tried to run up the rope and missed it. We're just trying to do a Deadmines run. I've got some quests in there. It would be nice to do. I mean, really, it doesn't matter. I mean, honestly, it's just, like I said, I'm going to be playing Season of Discovery tomorrow. So this is just, I'm just biding time right now. Imitarium. Quiero perro. You said it, man. You said it.
Well met. Be good. Keep your feet on the ground.
So funny. I started leveling this tank just because there's always a shortage of tanks on this server. But as soon as I get this tank leveled up to do a dungeon, I've tried multiple times to get a Deadmines run going, and I can't seem to find a group. I do think probably not as many people playing today as probably there normally would be, just simply because, once again, Season Discovery's tomorrow. A lot of people are probably just chilling, waiting for that. So, I don't know, man. I'm sleepy. I've been sick all day. I actually just woke up from like a 3-hour nap. And I'm still sleepy because this sickness is just killing me. No group. Can I get a group? Looking for one more Deadmines healer. Can't get a healer, man. Unbelievable. That's what, Zelch. You the man. You the man, Zelch. Level 1. Boomy heals. Level. Maybe you might hit 13 in time to heal us. Oh, man. Oh my god. Warlock. I don't think you can enter DM until you are 13, if I remember correctly. Looking for one more healer. Deadmines. Looking for one more healer. The Deadmines. So I did watch more videos on. Okay, so hey Zelch, I don't know if you're in I'm assuming you're in the stream chat, Zelch. I did the post on the Blizzard official forums talking about a lack of melee hunter understanding, talking about how, yeah, I figured you were, talking about how, like, people can keep saying melee hunter, but what I'm saying is a melee hunter actually does melee damage, meaning that most of their damage is melee damage. They're not shooting arrows, they're in your face, beating on you as if they were like a warrior or a rogue. And that if you want to set up a melee hunter specialization for the hunter class in Season of Discovery, you have to not only give them melee abilities that actually make them viable, but you also have to give them the ability to close on the target quickly, right? And it's just like, and so I got pushback from some people on the stream, on the forum post saying, "Oh, you don't need harpoon, you don't need a closer. You're a hunter. You've got like concussive shot, and you've got like you could use a boar pet." And I'm just no worries. And it was just funny. Yeah, let's break this up. If I find a healer, I'll post again. Sorry. So yeah. So I mean, the guy was. I mean, it was just. I couldn't believe the stupidity. This is why I don't post on Blizzard's official, forums. Like I've done it years and years ago, but it was just. It was so frustrating and tiring talking to all the complete utter idiots, right? Because believe me, there's a lot of them. And the guy's like, "Oh, you've got concussive shot, and oh, you've got like board charge," and I'm like, "That doesn't matter. That's not a closer." Oh, I'm like, "That's not a closer." Oh, no, you don't. We just broke up the group. And so I said in the post, I said, "What are you going to do? You're going to run into like Ashenvale, right? And you're going to shoot a concussive shot at somebody. And then what are you going to do? You're going to hit Cheetah and start trying to sprint towards them?" I'm like, if they're a mage, if they're a hunter, if they are even what's another good one? Like really any class. If they're a druid, I mean, they could root you, they could sheep you. There's so many things classes can do to you at range while you're trying to close. You need a real closer, like Harpoon, or like a Warrior Charge, or like, what's the other good, or like a Rogue. And a Rogue doesn't have a closer, but a Rogue has an opener out of stealth, right? Let me turn the music down. You know, rogues and feral druids can open out of stealth. So, you know, you're not going to see them. So, of course, they have an opener, meaning that, you know, it's not really a closer, but they can open because they can walk right up next to you and you don't know they're there and they can hit you, which means they have that close range ability to open up at melee range. So you've got Rogue, you've got Feral Druid, you've got Warrior. What's the other one? I'm forgetting one. You've got Shaman. Shamans don't really have, like, and I guess Shamans don't really have an opener, like a melee kind of opener that I can think of. But anyways, you know, the big ones really are the Warrior. Yeah, Shamans really don't have one. But really the Warrior, the Rogue, the Feral Druid, all those have the ability to go in there and get right up on you. And a Hunter doesn't, you know, and what was so funny is this guy was trying to argue with me about it, saying that they don't need it. What are you trying to make this? Retail WoW? I'm like, what do you mean, what am I trying to make this retail WoW? Do you know how many fucking abilities from retail WoW they put into Season of Discovery? And you're going to tell me that I'm trying to make it retail WoW just because I want to put in fucking Harpoon? You know what I mean? I mean, in Harpoon, I was watching, hey, Zelch, I don't know if you were on the stream yesterday. I was watching a video of me playing Shadowlands Survival Hunter with Harpoon, and it was so much fucking fun. It was so much fun. Millennials, am I right? I mean, it was so much fun. Like harpooning in, freaking raptor striking. I mean, it's such a fun play style. They talk about like melee hunter, like they've never implemented a melee hunter. That's not necessarily true. The survival hunter is a very good hunter in WoW that does a lot of melee damage. Now, they're not really a melee hunter that does most of their damage to melee, but they can do a lot of damage at melee range. Excuse me, hold on a second. Sorry, I'm kind of sick right now, so I'm congested. So, anyway, so the funny part was, right? So the funny thing is, this guy's arguing with me about, like, oh, you don't want Harpoon, we're trying to make this retail WoW. And so as I'm going through... Sorry, I'm sick, so I'm really congested. So as I'm going through a couple videos today, I just happened to be watching, you know, Willie. And if you guys know Willie, right, he does a lot of YouTube content, right?
Have a good way to actually get on.
And so I'm watching Willie's video on winners and losers of Season Discovery, right? Maybe it's Willie, I don't know how to pronounce his name, right? And what does he say on the Hunter section? Watch this.
With the melee hunter at the moment is that they don't have a good way to actually get on their target.
So what does he say? He says the problem with melee hunter right now in Season Discovery is they don't have a good way to get onto the melee target. Oh, this sounds familiar, right?
To make up for it, and I'm sure the other melee won't mind them rolling on their gear anyway, right? Another big issue with the melee hunter at the moment is that they don't have a good way to actually get on their target. In Legion, when this spec was first introduced, they had an ability called Harpoon.
Oh, wait, look, Harpoon! What? He thinks they might need Harpoon? Wow, this sounds really familiar. And then after that, this was today, I watched that. And then after that, I was watching this guy's video, this big bobbed boy. Actually, this guy's got a great video. If you guys haven't watched this video, I'll show you the link. It's his tier list. This one right here, this PvP meta tier. This is a great video. It's got 70,000 views, but this is probably the best video I've seen so far that really talks about like how could you build like each specialization? Like, you know, if you were like a hunter, you know, how would you build marksman? What runes would you use? What talents would you use? How would you build survival? What runes would you use? What talents would you use? And he did it for every single class. So this was, and it actually, he knows what he's talking about. I know because I played WoW long enough, so I know when someone knows what they're talking about. This guy knows what he's talking about. That was a fantastic video.
Are going to be the same as marksman. Unless they add in a talent to make explosive shot better for survival or something.
Now, I don't know where he says it in this video, but in this video, he also mentions the problem of not having a gap closer.
Survival. Survival runes are going to be the same as marksman. Unless they add in a talent to make explosive shot better for survival or something. Unfortunately, though, yeah, there's really no reason to play one I am most excited for. Melee Hunter.
Melee Hunter.
Cause, or some say cause him. Hunter Jesus has heard our prayers.
Hunter Jesus has heard our prayers, baby. I love this guy. He calls it the Hunter Jesus. He's like, Hunter Jesus has heard our prayers.
And delivered unto us. Melee Hunter.
Melee Hunter.
It looks really good.
It looks really
let's
good.
get the worst part out of the way first. So, Chest Rune is boring. It's pretty much just lion.
Okay, so let's get at
PvP. So PvP is probably going to be a big part of SOD, and Hunter is looking really good for PvP. All classes are getting more damage. That's
except,
kind of a given,
right, so this is where he mentions
I
it.
haven't seen many classes getting new movement abilities, anti-CC abilities, or even new CC abilities. So like Shaman is not getting Hex, Rogue doesn't get Shadow Step, Paladin doesn't get Divide and Steam.
So what he's saying here is they're not adding anything into the vanilla experience, the vanilla game, that's going to add more stuns or CC, which is a good thing because I'm very anti-CC. I'm not a fan of CC. I think one of the most unenjoyable things of an MMO is being at your keyboard and being at a loss of control of your character, and you're just sitting there looking at the screen and you can't do anything. I mean, how much? I think everybody can agree that's not really a lot of fun to sit there and to be CC'd and you just can't do anything. You know, you can't move, you can't do anything. And so I'm not a big fan of CC, and I think CC, the longest CC ever should be 3 seconds. And there's games like Guild Wars 2 and a few other MMOs where that's pretty much the case. There aren't really very long CCs. And in those MMO situations, in those games, you're very often, you're most of the time you're actually controlling your character. But there are certain situations where you can get into some CC chains, but that takes a high degree of skill, and that's the way it should be. If you're going to get into a long CC chain, it should require a high degree of skill and a high degree of cooperation between multiple characters to chain their CCs together to be able to put you into a longer CC, as opposed to something like World of Warcraft, where a priest just runs up and fears you for like 8 fucking seconds, and then guess what? When you come near the end of your fear, like if it's a Warlock, he'll just fear you again. And then you're feared for another like 4 seconds. And so you've been feared for like 15, 16 seconds without any chance to do anything. And I'm not a fan of that. I think it's stupid. What he's talking about here is that in Season Discovery, they haven't really added any new CC, which is great. I think it's great. That allows people to play, use your characters, do damage, do whatever.
Mage may get Water Ellie in the future. There was some kind of Water Ellie data mine, but that's about it. Outside of Warbringer, that's a bit troubling.
But yeah, Warbringer is a bit troubling. I think that this should not have been added. Personally, myself, I think warriors are already strong enough. We already know how strong warriors can be because of their just insane damage. And giving the warriors the ability to, in combat, charge, intercept, and intervene, like just whenever they want, like, that's pretty powerful.
But for the most part, CC chains aren't changing much. Just everyone doing a shit. I wanted to keep things. I think things based on current chains did climb. There could be fighters that do extremely good while leveling that insane shit. And when I mentioned like how strong, like 60, you get a little bit of a damage bonus as well. So while the numbers on stuff like sniper training seem really crazy,
I can't find it.
This is kind of like, and points to get humanoid and clever traps is the most. HP is probably better. Then for the other points,
notice here how he talks about clever traps is the most important, which is funny. I mean, clever traps for survival is the most important, but if you are doing if you are using your Raptor Strike a lot and you're using it effectively, then I would also say that Savage Strikes is almost as important as clever traps. I can't remember where it is in this video. Let's see if I linked it at the exact timestamp. I did. This one I did. You can see I linked it with the timestamp at the right time. This one I did not. But in here he says the same thing. He says that PvP for melee hunter is going to be, the one big thing that a melee hunter or a survival hunter is really missing is the ability to get in close, the ability to, to have. And what he says it'd be kind of cool if they had like a disengage that makes you jump towards your target as opposed to jump away. Basically, he's just saying we need something to get in close. And I just think it's funny that two different people who know WoW pretty well, who played WoW for a very long time, are basically saying the exact same thing I'm saying, that if you want to be like a melee hunter who's up in someone's face hitting them, you need the ability to get up there and get on them. And if you don't have that, you're going to find yourself getting kited. and it's going to be, you're going to find yourself in trouble. Now, there are going to be situations where you get up on a character and you wing clip them, right? And then, if you wing clip certain people, you can stay on them. Even if you wing clip like a mage, they're going to be able to get away. It's very difficult to stick to a mage. If you wing clip a rogue, and plus rogues are going to think that they can kill you anyway, so most rogues aren't going to run from a melee hunter. They're probably thinking, I'm not scared of a melee hunter. But I do think that there's going to be situations in Season of Discovery where we'll be able to 1v1 rogues and kill them. So I'm very confident that will be the case. Warriors, warriors can be a real pain in the ass. Anyways, you're leveling. Let's see if Zelch is actually truly leveling his character. Oh, he's level 3. Level 3. Put me in a coach. Level 3. So, yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Oh, so I actually screwed up yesterday when I was looking at the different runes for the hunter. I missed one. I missed a rune. And I must have just, I must have somehow just missed it. So hold on a second. Where is it? So on the hunter, there's a rune I missed, Zelch. And it's a big one. It's a huge one. It's Beast Mastery. So, there is a rune that you can put onto your gloves, right? And it turns your pet into an absolute beast. I mean, he turns into a god. It's like god mode for Beast Mastery, right? So, Beast Mastery, your pet's damage and health are increased by 30%, and its focused regeneration is by 80%. In addition, your pet's growl now also taunts the target, which is really doesn't really matter for PvP, because what I'm really talking about is PvP. So if I was going to run a melee type survival-ish hunter in Season of Discovery, probably it's really interesting. I definitely think that I didn't want to go with Aspect of the Lion. But I think I probably would have to go with Aspect of the Lion because it's going to give us more health. It's going to give us more health. It's going to give us more agility. And Kill Command I don't like. Kill Command's a 1-minute cooldown. And it does increase the pet's damage done by special attacks, which for 30 seconds, but it's a 1-minute cooldown, which is terrible. Like if you remember Kill Command in like Legion or some of the later versions of WoW, it was like a 6-second cooldown. I mean, you could be popping like in Shadowlands, I'm hitting Kill Command all the time, right? I think they might have even changed it where Kill Command was procced off like certain crits. Like if your pet, like if you crit, then you can like pop a Kill Command on your pet. There's different things, but a 1-minute cooldown is terrible. Is really bad. I think this needs to be buffed. I think they should bring this down to about. I think it should be at the most 30 seconds. And because really, it just 1 minute is a long time. Now the other thing you're going to be doing is using, because if you want to use Kill Command, you're probably going to want to use Cobra Strike. So your critical hits with shot abilities cause your pet's next 2 special attacks to critically hit. Well, if you basically, hit you Kill Command, and then it's going to increase the damage of your special attacks by your pet for 30 seconds by 60%, then you crit with a ranged ability, then you're automatically guaranteed that your pet's next 2 special attacks are going to crit, and they're also going to be hitting 60% harder. So, you kind of, Cobra Strikes and Kill Command kind of work together in a way, but having it on a 1-minute cooldown kind of sucks. And then also Sniper Training is so strong, like your shot abilities gain 10% increased critical strike chance. 10% crit, who doesn't want that, right? So it's hard to really say that you would pick Kill Command here, like over like Sniper Training. And then also there's Flanking Strike, which you and your pet deal simultaneous instant melee damage. Afterward, your Mongoose Bite and Raptor Strike deal 10% increased damage. So, and this is more along the lines of trying to do some type of melee hunter, right? And so for me, since I want to try to figure out how to make a melee hunter work, because I just find that fun, because it's just difficult. It's not easy, and doing easy things is boring to me. So most likely I'll be going for the Flanking Strike rune. That is what I will want to use. Now on the gloves, it's interesting because Chimera Shot does do a ton of damage, right? Chimera Shot, you do 125%, and it does scale, I believe. The other thing that's interesting, though, is someone said they data mined that your pet's damage is going to scale based off of your hunter's ability. So your pet, as you get stronger, will do more damage. So you could go with a straight up BM build and just try to basically destroy people with your pet. And if you were really good at, at avoiding damage and at kiting and just basically letting your pet annoy the heck out of people, it might work. I mean, it might work. I don't really know. I would not. I don't really want to rely on my pet killing people though. I'd prefer that I can actually do some damage. And also, I want to make my character able to actually take damage without getting killed. And I think if I want to go down the route of my character being able to take damage, then Aspect of Lion is almost mandatory because it's going to increase my health. Hold on a second. Someone's texting me. I got a newer Apple Watch here, and it's beeping like crazy. So I think for like melee hunter, if you were trying to do some type of melee hunter, you have to go Aspect of the Lion, flanking strikes, and then for your gloves. The one thing that is interesting about Carve, and I'm not a big fan of abilities that are like, 50% weapon damage, because that's not a lot. I mean, it's not a lot, but it has no limit on how many people it can hit in front of you. So there's like going to be a cone in front of your character, and if there's 10 people stacked into that little cone, you're going to hit all 10 of them with Carve. So you will be able to do a lot of AoE damage with Carve. Great for PvE, obviously. But in certain situations, if you're on a flag or if you're on an objective and you just jump in there and start spamming Carve, it's only a 6-second cooldown. You're going to do a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, I still think it's going to be pretty weak. Explosive Shot looks like it's pretty decent. It's a 6-second cooldown. The one thing about Chimera Shot is 12% of your base mana. So if you look at the difference between Chimera Shot and Explosive Shot's not going to blow through your mana as fast. It's only 7% of your base mana, whereas Chimera is 12%. But Chimera is going to hit really hard. Chimera is also going to allow you to, if you Viper Sting someone and hit him with Chimera, you're going to get some mana back. Now, I don't know how bad mana issues are going to be for the hunter, but typically in vanilla, in PvP situations especially, you do blow through your mana fairly quickly. So, especially if you're spamming, think about Flanking Strike, which is instant. This has a 30-second cooldown, but Raptor Strike, which we don't see here, but Raptor Strike in Season of Discovery has been reduced to an instant ability, and it only has like a 3-second cooldown. So imagine that you're spamming a Raptor Strike every 3 seconds. So you're going to be blowing through mana pretty quick, and it's instant. So it's not like that, it's not like a Warrior's, what is the ability? Crusader Strike? Whatever, it's basically not a next swing ability. Where you hit the button, and it says, okay, your next swing is going to be this one. So like if you're in the middle of an auto attack, that has to complete before Raptor Strike goes. That's the way it works now in vanilla. But in Season of Discovery, it's not going to work like that. When you hit the button, you're going to swing, which is great. So Raptor Strike's going to feel better. You're going to be able to use it every 3 seconds, and that's awesome. So if you hit with Flanking Strike, right, then it says you deal 10% increased damage for 10 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. And Raptor Strike has a 20% chance to reset the cooldown on Flanking Strike. So if you go in, you hit Flanking Strike, you hit a Raptor Strike, it resets your Flanking Strike, you hit Flanking Strike, now you're at 20% increased damage, you hit Raptor Strike, you might get lucky and it resets Flanking Strike, you hit Flanking Strike, and now you're at 30% increased damage with your Raptor Strike, and then you're going to hit Raptor Strike again. So there is a possibility of really stacking this stuff and doing some decent damage. So I think for like a survival melee hunter build, I think for me anyway, I'm probably going to go Aspect of the Lion, Flanking Strike, and then the hard one is really, and then I think really Beast Mastery. I think Beast Mastery is probably going to be the best one because it increases the damage of your pet by 30%. So that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. So if you are on a target, hitting them with melee abilities, and your pet's on the target also, hitting them with melee abilities, and their damage is increased by 30%, I just feel like that's probably going to be better than going with one of these other runes that are going to basically, remember, that are going to drain your mana. Like if I'm using Chimera Shot, yeah, it does good damage, but it's going to be draining a lot of your mana. Whereas Beast Mastery rune doesn't cost me any mana because my pet doesn't cost me mana. He's just doing his thing, right? So that's one of the things I'm probably looking at is trying to get Aspect of the Lion, Flanking, and Beast Mastery. And then talent-wise, right? Let's see if I've got the talent tree up. A couple different talent trees, right? To think about for a Beast Mastery style. And I think there's 2 ways, well, there's probably 3 ways you can go with this. One is you could go more for a defensive setup like this, like where you're basically, this is for PvP, keep in mind, this is PvP. And you could go with something like this. Now, this is going to give you, 5% parry, which again, this is only if you think you're going to be sitting right in people's faces. You know, like I like to do. I like to sit on people's faces like I'm a melee class, even though people will think that hunters can't be melee. This is going to give you, 5% more parry, which is it's pretty good. You're just gonna start pairing some abilities. So, or and then of course you're gonna grab Savage Strike, so you're gonna have a better chance to crit with 20% chance to crit with Mongoose and Raptor Strike. And then of course your traps, supposedly so far from the data mining, it looks like traps will be able to be used in combat. So you're gonna jump in there on somebody, right? You're gonna start beating on them. You're gonna drop an explosive trap right on top of them. It's gonna blow up in their face. It's gonna be doing damage. And then when your trap comes back, if you want, you have a couple options. You can put down a slow trap so you can get away. Like put a slow trap, you can run away, and you can kite them a little bit. Maybe throw a few serpent stings in there or a few ranged abilities in there. And then when they get back on you, you can drop another explosive trap or another immolation trap in their face, right? Because the trap cooldown is not very long. It does, you can get multiple traps out in a single PvP situation. So that's really interesting. And of course, you're going to want clever traps because you're going to want the duration of the damage to be increased. Now, you could, if you wanted to, it wouldn't be worth it. But like if you went and got rid of, let's say you got rid of these and you went entrapment, 3, you could give yourself like maybe a 50% chance, but I just don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it because you need stuff that's dependable, that's going to be up all the time, and getting and the other thing you could do, so you could go this way. This is going to give you the 1% hit, which is nice, and you could go this route with a melee survival hunter build. And the other build that you could do is get rid of this, get rid of the health on yourself, and then just put it all into endurance training. This is going to give your pet another 9% health. I don't think this is, because I don't think people are going to try to kill your pet. I think your pet is probably going to be harder to kill than you in most situations. Just looking at the way pets are coming out in Season of Discovery, because it looks like if they do indeed scale with your stats, then they're just going to get stronger and stronger as you get stronger and stronger. So I don't think people are going to be targeting your pet too much. So probably not a good idea to go that route. So this is probably like the talent build I would probably go towards for like in your face melee, like trying to like be right in a rogue's face or a warrior's face or a priest's face or whatever. Now the other way you could go would be to do the basically just go marksman, right? And get your get your 5% crit, and then go something like maybe, I don't know if this is going to work though. How many do you need? Fire is 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, see, you're not going to be able to really get it. Because if you're going to try to go down and get clever traps, you're just not going to be able to get down into the marksman tree, unfortunately. But if you were to go into the marksman's tree and go ahead and grab aimed shot, yeah, and see, and that wouldn't really be worth it. But I mean, here you're going to get aim shot, you're going to get the 5% crit. I'm not going to go down that route. I think if you want to do damage as range, you should just, you're going to be using different runes. You're not going to be going with the runes that I'm going to get. If you're going to go with the runes that I'm talking about going with, I think this is the best build. I think this is the best build right here. You can have 16 points into survival, and then you're going to basically have, like I said, aspect of the line, flanking strikes, and either probably beast mastery. I think that's going to be your best bet. That's what I'm going for anyway, for my survival melee hunter. Are you really leveling? Is he gone? Did you take off? He disconnected, I think. His priest leveling lasted a couple levels. Oh, you are there? Oh, I couldn't find you. Oh, you're level 4? Oh, okay, I thought you were gone. That was weird because I didn't see you in the I don't see you in the app. I thought I had you in the app. I thought you had it on my friends list. Maybe I don't. Oh, does it have to be turned on? Oh, okay. All right, cool. I just wondered. So what do you think? What do you think, Zelch? Do you think that my logic on that build looks good? So really that build's going to revolve around me trying to do a little bit of range damage, trying to let my pet do damage, trying to get in there and maybe do some melee damage as well, but then use my traps to do damage, and then hopefully also use my traps to, if I'm in trouble, get away. Which, since we can do traps in combat, we should be able to do that. That will give me Thunder Fury. Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? All right. I'm gonna roll level 1 hunter. I'm gonna practice my hunter leveling. We're gonna practice our hunter leveling. All right. We need a. It's gonna be Night Elf. The other thing that people talk about is if you do go with Marksman and you do roll Night Elf Hunter, a lot of people are talking about sitting like a bunch of Night Elf Hunters in like strategic positions and just popping aim out, and attacking it with aim shot out of stealth. I mean, think if you've got like 10 Night Elf Hunters all stealthed in a certain place, and the Horde comes up trying to attack a certain objective, and you all just queue up aim shot. I mean, you're gonna blow people up. You could like say, you could be coordinating, say, okay, these 5 hunters, you aim shot this priest. These other 5 hunters, you aim shot that healer, and then right off the bat, 2 of the healers are just dead. Into an initiated battle between the Horde and the Alliance on a strategic point in Ashenvale. So that's going to be pretty cool. I don't play no males, man. I kick people's ass with a female because females are hot. I don't play a game to look at a guy's ass. I don't know about you guys, but I don't understand why guys play male characters. I mean, why do you want to look at some guy's ass in your face the whole time? You know what I mean? It's like, why would I want to look at some guy's ass in my face the whole time I'm playing a video game? Nah, it's okay. I'd rather look at a chick's. I'd rather look at this hot night elf running around. Plus, I love kicking the shit out of male tunes with a female tune. Especially if it's like Asmongold, and he's like, oh, big dick damage, and I come by with my Night Elf Hunter female, and I just kick his ass and say, yeah, whatever. You can take your big dick, stupid hunter and go back to fucking playing Dora the fucking Explorer, man. You didn't make a male tune. It's all good, Zelch. I'll forgive you. I was just giving Emitarium a problem because he put male in there, and I'm like, nah. I don't create males in WoW mostly because they look really bad. Most of the male characters in WoW look really shitty. I create male characters if they look cool. If they look like, if you go into like retail WoW, like there's some really good male looking, like male orcs look really good. I think the female trolls look fantastic in retail. They look so good. You know what I want to play, Zelch? What I want to play is I want to go in and I want to go play the Survival Hunter from Shadowlands. I was watching those videos and man, that was fun. It was so much fun playing Survival Hunter. Playing a Wargan Survival Hunter in Shadowlands. And I was like, man, if I thought Shadowlands was the worst expansion, like as far as like expansions, like as far as content, like story and all that, I thought it was probably the worst expansion they ever did. But as far as PvP and as far as the Hunter is concerned, PvP Hunter was amazing in Shadowlands. It was like amazing. And it was also really good in Dragonflight, but it was amazing in Shadowlands. It was also really good in the expansion before Shadowlands. So check this out. If you go to my YouTube channel, all right, and you do a search for, Wargan Survival Hunter, maybe. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah. And let's just see if we can find one. WoW Shadowlands, the Survival Hunter.
Oh my god. Background.
Now just watch. Okay, watch. And first off, look at the abilities, right? Like, look at the abilities. You quit after Mists of Pandaria? Oh, dude. I'm telling you. Hey, watch this video here, Zelch. This is a Wargan Survival Hunter in Shadowlands. Now, what I did in Shadowlands, because I hated Shadowlands, is I created a Wargan and I leveled him to level 10, and then I just queued Battlegrounds all the way to max level. I just do PvP all the way. That's what I did with this character. So you can see I've got Explosive Shot, I've got this little like kind of like Poison Dart or something, and I think this is Arcane Shot, and then I've got like a Raptor Strike, and I don't know what this is, I don't remember. And then I've got my my Pet's Kill Command, and I've got Harpoon, which is an amazing ability. And then you've just got your usual traps and stuff. But you also have Exhilaration, which is like a self-heal. which, you know, for the hunter, it actually is really useful. And then you've got turtle. The turtle can be used for every pet, and you know, so it's basically an ability that you have that throws up a turtle shell on no matter what pet you're using. It works. You don't have to go out and get a turtle to get the turtle shell. You can use it for every, you know, every pet, you know. So you'll see me use it. So just watch the combat here. The other thing that I really love about the Wargan is you don't have to have a mount. You can just go down on all fours and run around. And you also have Dark Flight as a racial, which is like basically almost like a rogue sprint, pretty much. So on top of being able to just drop down to all fours and run, which is really not that big of an advantage over a regular mount. It's the same thing, but it just looks cool. But you also have Aspect of the Cheetah, but the Aspect of the Cheetah isn't an aspect. It's just a skill. So when you use it, you're like, you run faster for like 10 seconds. So basically, in effect, you have 2 sprints. You've got Dark Flight, which is like a sprint. You've got Cheetah, which is like a sprint when they're both on cooldowns. And then you've got your normal, just other regular hunter abilities like Disengage and stuff. Plus you've got your turtle, plus you've got Exhilaration. So you have a lot of great survival abilities, right? So just watch the combat here. You're going to see me go in. Right away, if you watch this, and I'm going to put this in slow-mo. And I'm going to try to remember what all this is because I haven't played the game. And, I haven't played Shadowlands. But let's go ahead and move this in playback speed. We're going to put it in like 0.5. And we'll try to talk through what I'm doing here, right? So I'm running up. I'm looking for a target to kill. You're going to see that I'm going to harpoon in. So right off the bat, what's my opener? My first opener is going to be probably this little dart. Well, first off, I cast Kill Command. And so basically what I have is I have a macro that tells my pet to attack. Well, in the macro, you just macro Kill Command. Because Kill Command is available so often that you just say, I don't care. You say, tell my pet to attack. If Kill Command's available, use it. So when I hit this key, it sends my pet in to attack the target. Since Kill Command was available, he went ahead and did Kill Command and hit the guy for 133 damage. I harpoon him, right? I go in with a harpoon. As soon as I land, I'm going to do an explosive shot. Boom, explosive shot. So you can see my pet has already hit him for this. Then I hit him with an explosive shot. Or here, I don't even know what this red damage is. I have no idea. You can see another Kill Command was executed. So I've already hit the guy with 2 Kill Commands, explosive shot, some auto attacks. And then I didn't even have to use Raptor Strike. It looks like I might have used another. And then here I go over here. I hit him with my Poison Dart, I believe. Oh, no, I hit him with Wing Clip. There's the Poison Dart. You can see there's the Poison Dart. So now we've applied our Poison Dart. Now, I don't know what these I don't know what these are, 78, 79 damage. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know. It could be some sort of enchantment on my weapon, or it could be something else. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if it's an effect. Here, I hit him with another Poison Dart. I hit him with like a probably, I don't know, auto attack or I don't think it was Raptor. Now, here's my Raptor Strike right here, the 288. Now, I probably hit, let's see, where's my character? Yeah, I hit, if you go back to here, there's another ability you have, which I don't, it's like Aspect of the Hawk, and what it does is it lets you use your melee abilities at a range distance. So, like Raptor Strike, you have to use when you're standing right next to the target, but if you use Aspect of the Hawk in Shadowlands, it basically increases the range of Raptor Strike to like 30 yards or 15 yards, something. So you don't have to even be like next to the person, and you can still hit them with Raptor Strike. So it's really cool. Let's just go ahead and play it at normal speed. But I loved this version of the Hunter.
People going to the high ground.
Boom, boom, dead. Okay, Wing Clip. Poison Dart. Explosive. And Killing Blow with, I can't remember what it was, can't tell what it was. Explosive shot, another explosive shot, Raptor Strike, Wing Clip, whatever, dead. Raptor Strike for 472 damage. Just trying to get in there, Pet's on him, Pet's doing some kill commands. Dead, explosive shot. I mean, people talk about, when you watch this video of me playing Shadowlands Survival Hunter, and people talk about there never have been really a melee hunter. This is a melee hunter. When you watch this stream here, I'm doing a lot of my damage in melee range. Now, it's not pure melee. It's not like a lot of my damage is range damage, but I'm doing it as I'm closing, as I'm moving in. You know, poison dart, explosive, you know, this poison dart here and this explosive whatever. Now you kind of have that in Shadow in Dragonflight too. You still have this. I think you still have this kind of build. I just don't think it works quite as well as it did in Shadowlands. Running. Trying to run up here. Harpoon. Explosive. Look at all that damage, right? Kill command. I'm disarmed. So I'm probably going to disengage. Explosive shot. No. Yeah, killing blow. Trap. Freeze him. He's going to trinket out. He trinkets the trap. Explosive shot. Probably going to do poison arrow here in a second. There it is. Poison arrow. And then we're gonna use a movement increasing ability, Dark Flight. I don't think I used it because it was on cooldown, and it looked like both my movement increasing abilities were down, but you can see there you can use those to close the gap. Again, that's the gap closer. I was talking about like a hunter in Season of Discovery not having a gap closer. Right here you can see I've got I have 3 different gap closers. I've got Dark Flight, which is like a sprint. I've got Cheetah, which is like a sprint. And the good thing about these abilities, like Cheetah isn't like Aspect of the Cheetah. I don't get stunned. Like if I hit Aspect of the Cheetah, I'll see you, Emitarium. Savage. I'll see you, man. Have a good one. But like, if you use actually the cheetah in like vanilla and someone hits you, you get dazed. That's not the way this cheetah ability works in Shadowlands. It's just like a sprint. So you have 3 gap closers. You've got a harpoon, and you've got a dark flight, and you've got cheetah. So it's great. You have these ways to get in on your target. When you have ways to get away, like right there. See, that's my disengage. So not only can you get in on your target, if you want to get away from your target, you can. And a lot of times I'll look to disengage off of a cliff because I know I'm going to disengage to a further distance. And you'll see that right... Well, I went too far back, sorry. You'll see here eventually I'm going to disengage. Right here I'm going to disengage, just for fun. Well, no. Oh, no! That bomb! That explosive bomb at range was awesome. That was fucking awesome. That was just fucking awesome. I think we missed the disengage. Okay, yeah. See, here I'm going to disengage because I see 3. I see like look like a warrior, hunter, shaman. And so I'm probably going to throw down a trap, and then I'm going to disengage away. That way I know all 3 of them won't chase me, so it's a way I can split the DPS. So here, instead of trying to just jump on one of these guys, then all 3 of them are probably going to get on me. What I do is I make them have to decide what they want to do. And so by doing that is you always have to use in PvP, you always have to use the environment to your advantage. And you always have to look at how can a lot of times you want to divide and conquer. You don't want to just say, oh, I'm going to jump on this guy right here because then they're all right there. So they're going to see you and they're like, oh, they're always, most PvP players are shitty players. Most of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are dumb. And they're like, if there's someone right in front of them, they're going to hit them. They're going to hit you. So right here, you don't engage. You look to split, divide and conquer. So what I do is I disengage out, forcing these guys to decide what do they want to do. One of them's probably going to try to tap the flag. One may try to attack one of the guys that's to my left, and then one may come after me. But one-on-one, I'm good, right? So let's check it out. Boom, I disengage. So you can see it looks like 2 warriors and a shaman. I disengage. I send my pet in. So my pet's hitting a mob doing damage. I'm right here, I've already thrown an explosive bomb in, which is going to hit one of these guys, right? And now my pet's back down. And now I send my pet back in. And now they're not as prepared to do damage to me because they were too engaged in the other target. So now when I come in, they're not really prepared to attack me. But now I'm prepared to hit multiple targets with my abilities because the explosive bomb does hit multiple targets. Now that they're grouped together, I can actually do more damage to them. You know, boom, boom. And if I wanted to, I could have even thrown down maybe some traps and stuff, but... And there's the long range explode. There's the long range. I love that long range explosive bomb. I don't even remember what it's called, but it's just awesome. It's my D skill.
It's one of my 23-1, 23.
So I look at the scoreboard like, what am I? I look at the scoreboard like, how am I doing? Right? What's I look at the score? What am I? 21 and I look at 21 and 23 and 2. It was 23 killing blows, 2 deaths, 58,000 damage, which is the most. Tops on damage. Tops on killing blows. Not tops on honorable kills, though. 23 kills, 2 deaths. Like,
It's one of my 23 and 1, 23 and 2.
23 and 2.
Last battleground I was 23 and 0.
Is it? Then I go last battlegrounds. Did you hear that? I go last battleground. I was 23 and 0.
Oh, I seem to have gotten this guy in my trap.
So he feigns death. He puts up his turtle. But I'm full health, so he's in big trouble. Just wait. Now he go ahead and use the potion, healing potion, and now he's dead. Dead. Now I've got a shaman and a hunter coming. Really surprised that I decided to engage here, but this just shows you how strong the melee hunter, how strong a hunter is. I'm getting low on health, aren't I? Exhilaration, bubble. Back up to 75% health. Close the gap while bubbles up, while turtle shells up. Throw a trap out, and start doing damage. Now he goes ahead and turtles, and he throws down his slowing trap. I don't use the slow trap because I just think it's kind of pointless, but some people do. I harpoon back in, and then he feign deaths, and we're gonna kill him. Now and he also popped another like exhilaration, or he popped a healing potion. But I was like sweaty trying to kill him here. Like I was greedy, like, really wanted to kill, because I went back in versus not only him but a shaman and another hunter, and I kill him because I really wanted to kill him. But then I got a hunter who's just aim shotting me in the face. So I think for sure I'm gonna die here, right? But no, I disengage again, using the terrain to my advantage. I know that I'm on top of this hill, so when I disengage, I'm gonna go further. Now I go ahead and pop in a bandage. The other thing I wanted to mention is there's actually a PvP. I think there's a PvP, like there's PvP talents you can get. One of them is like a bandage. Like you get a PvP bandage, right? Let me see if I can see it. So you're going to see me here. I'm going to kill this hunter. I know this guy's got a lot of health, and I don't really want to get more respawns. So I'm going to disengage because he disengaged. I feign death, disengage. And you saw that I jumped up in the air before I disengage, because the disengage will throw you a little bit further if you're higher in the air. So I actually jumped straight up, then disengage. I don't know if you noticed that, but that's another little pro tip, just to try to get a little bit more distance. Here I'm going to go to the bandage, and can we see it? Oops, sorry. You don't see like the actual bandage showing up here, but it's actually an ability. It's not like a bandage, like it's actually like a PvP talent, I think, if I remember correctly. I can't see it on my bars anywhere, but I think it is like a PvP skill. And then I go back in and decide that I decide to go over here and maybe just get some distance. I don't know why I ran away. Oh, I think I was worried about my base getting capped here. I was worried about this base getting capped. So I decided to go back and check on it and make sure it was okay. You can see I'm 25 and 2 now. Go ahead and get her. A lot of times I'll grab the damage buff just because I don't want anybody else to get it. I don't want the enemy to get it.
Good game, GG.
And the game's almost over. We're winning. We're 14-30. We're going to come back in. Here we come. Boom! Boom. Disoriented. Trinket, dead. So I'm going up against 2 hunters. Almost dead. 563 health. Oh, but I'm not dead. 27
and 2.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is, because I really don't want to play Classic right now, because it's just kind of pointless. I don't know if I have... I don't think I have Dragonfly. I think I'm going to have to... I think that my Dragonfly is installed on my other account, believe it or not. Let me take a look. No, it says Julian Kish, which should be this account, right? Yeah. Yeah, because this is retail. Games. World of Warcraft. Games. I don't want classic though. Here, World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft. I guess I have to install it? I don't know why I have to install it. This is really weird. I don't know like why I don't let me try something. I want to try something real quick. Now this account should be inactive, but I'm hoping it'll still let me. Now see, this says install too. Oh, but it says already installed. You can locate the game. So let's do that. Let's do that. I don't know why Blizzard's launcher is really kind of whack sometimes. This happened when I reset. What happened was I went to my because what was happening is I was launching WoW from the launcher here, and it wouldn't launch. It was just like you'd click play, and then you'd click like launch, and it just wouldn't launch. And I found out the only way to fix that was to go to my C drive and actually wipe out some like settings, some like program files, folders. That the problem is once I did that, it lost the location. The game was still there. I didn't uninstall the game or anything, and all the game files were still there. But I deleted something off the program data folder off the C drive, app data folder, app data folder where it stores some of the application settings, and it just seemed to lose the location of the actual WoW folder, and so I had to like basically point it where it was. So then maybe that's what's going on right here, where it's just lost the location. So what we're going to do is we're going to log in, and we're going to go Games, World of Warcraft, Dragonflight. We're going to say locate the game, and then we're going to go E, Programs, World of Warcraft, Retail, Details. Okay, I don't see the game there. I don't know why not. WTF. So it looks like I might have uninstalled it. That's so weird. Why would I'm not sure why I would have uninstalled it though. Let me see if I moved it to the K drive. I might have moved it to the K drive. No, that's classic. I don't know. It just shows you how long it's been since I played Dragonflight. I must have really disliked Dragonflight if I uninstalled it. World of Warcraft, program files. I have too many hard drives. No, this is my retail version of the game. Huh. Wow, Dragonflight, EXE location. What is it? Should be World of Warcraft retail. Should be under the retail folder. It should be here, but it's not here. So I think we're going to have to install it. So we're going to say install. We're going to change the location. We're just going to say programs right here, World of Warcraft. And we're just going to copy this. Copy. And okay, choose my path. Boom. Boom. Why did it not say, what is this not sharing data? Installing here may significantly increase required disk space. Well, that's not the right path, biznitch. That's not what I pasted. I pasted that. We got to hit the enter key. Select folder. There we go. Not sharing data. I'm not sure what that really means. E-programs, World of Warcraft. E-programs, World of Warcraft. Well, let's see what this does. Once we did that, it already tossed the launcher on there. Let's close this down. So now it's updating, probably that folder location. And we can find that out by going here and just going to the properties of the folder. We can see it's 103 gig. We close it. Properties, 103. Let's see, 110.974. 110, see how it's bigger, 660. And now it says it's ready. So I don't know. It looked like it looks like I didn't uninstall all the data, but for some reason I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. We'll see if we can play Dragonflight. What I want to do is I want to level up another Worgen hunter just for the hell of it. You should play a Worgen, man. Zelch, you should play a Worgen. You should. You probably, if you said you don't have Dragonflight installed. If you haven't purchased Dragonflight, you should get it. All right, so you're running a new version of the game, haven't faced Micro, and started. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna disable the add-ons for now, right? And this is my retail version of the game. You can see here's my survival hunter, right? So let's just try entering the world. Enter the world. You will not be able to get free gear upgrades. I guess there's a gear upgrade. That's okay. We don't need to do this. We're gonna create a new character. God, let's see, create new character. And we're going to go Wargan, Hunter. Yeah, customize. Wargan dude, no. We're going to go Wargan Hunter, dude. Let's get a screenshot. So we'll just make her look like that. I like the way this one looks, so we'll go ahead and paint. Get a screenshot here real quick so we have reference. All right. Yeah, whatever. I don't play it. Why would I want to play a druid? Druid. I haven't played a druid in a long time because I just feel like the reason I don't like druid is it can be a little sweaty. It can be a little bit like macro intensive, or you know what I mean? It doesn't flow. Like the most important thing for me with a character, right, is characters need to flow. There has to be this flow to combat. It has to be smooth. It has to feel like the rotations of your abilities and the synergistic effects of abilities have to be there. And I never felt like a druid had that. Druid always felt a little bit quirky, a little bit janky. You know what I mean? And that's one of the biggest reasons why I never really played druids a lot. Now I have played druids, just not a lot. Not a lot recently. You know? Let's get rid of this eye color and. The Wargans are pretty cool. I wish they would have made them like a little bit more scary, I guess. Oh God. The humanoid form just looks bad. Eyebrows in solid. What did I make it? Do I have it on? Oh, they don't show it, do they? Named? Oh, I've got a character name change. I actually, it's funny. I actually bought a name change, thinking I was buying it for classic hardcore, and I was really lazy and just bought it really quickly. And then like 2 seconds later, I saw that you can't buy a name change on classic hardcore, so I went to my retail account. So you can see I actually have a character name change. We'll just leave that there. I mean, I don't need it right now, but we can always use it at some other time. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so fur color and face. Let's go with a different face this time. There's some pretty cool faces, actually. I think that the Wargan character creator is pretty good. I mean, you can create some really nice looking Wargans. I like the one with the scars. See the scars on the face? That's kind of cool. And then I did create one warrior once that was like this, that was just the pure white. Like, the reason I like the dark one is because if you tame the pet, the pet that like the black wolf, then it just looks like, because when you can get like a wolf mount. So then I would basically be riding around a black wolf mount with a black wolf pet, and I look like a black Worgen. So it just like you look like your big tribe, your own tribe, which I thought was kind of cool. So we'll stick with the same dark color hairstyle. We're gonna go with we'll go with the same hair maybe. Is there one that looks a little bit more ragged? This one looks a little bit more ragged. Let's go with this one. And then the ears. This one looks like bat ears. This one here, not that one. This, oh, damn it, the tall ones. It's like bat ears. I kind of like those green eyes. Those are pretty good. Do they have yellow? Yellow. You can go with the really creepy glowy eyes. Let's go with like, I kind of like these yellow eyes. Those are kind of scary looking. Can we see her clothes? I'd like to see her with some clothes on. How do you? What's with this awful makeup? Let's say no makeup. None. And we want eyebrows. You want smooth. There's one that's called smooth solid. Straight. Soft. Flat. I think flat's the ones. Flat's the ones I usually go with. Yeah, I think I go with flat. Pink. God. The hair colors are pretty the humanoid, the look of the human's pretty lackluster. Where's the one hairstyle? The big one. I think there's one in here that I kind of liked. Maybe not. The slicked back hair. Pixie. Side part. you know me, I can sit at a character creator, even a shitty one like this, for hours, man. CuteFaith the Druid. Would you... CuteFaith the Druid. I mean, I think that's one of the things in Season Discovery that's kind of weird is like, is we don't really know. And let me edit the stream description. Just mucking around in retail while talking about SOD. I cancel. We'll leave the stream description alone. We don't care. Our eyes look creepy. There we go. Diabolical looking face. All right. We just need a name. That name is taken. That name is taken. That name is taken. I'm sure that name's taken. The name's taken. Shady Fang. That's like the dumbest name. Hey, what's up, Diamond? Yeah, honestly, I had a hard time playing Classic, Diamond, just because I know that I'm not going to be playing Classic. You know, like, I'm not going to be playing Classic WoW tomorrow. I'm going to be playing Season of Discovery. And so I just wasn't really up for plodding through the slow leveling for a character that I'm probably not going to play for months. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to be playing Season of Discovery pretty much exclusively for the next, like, 2 or 3 months. Maybe longer, depending on how much fun it is. So I just wanted to do a little Shadowlands, a little retail survival hunter. Give me a second. I got to check on my dog. I haven't checked on him in a while, and he's not in his crate, so I just got to make sure he's not up to no good. Be right back. All right, he's all good. He's asleep in the bedroom on his blanket. Sometimes when he hears me talking on stream, he gets excited and he wants to see what I'm doing. He'll come in here, but Dirty Claw. Dirty Claw. What a stupid name. Druid of the new Everlife tree. Give me a name, Zelch. Zelch, you got to give me a name for my Wargan hunter. Or is this a druid? Sorry for the cap. When you said like Wargan druid, did I accidentally pick a druid? If I go back, it should. No, okay, we're on. I just want to make sure we're on hunter. I want to make sure we're on hunter. That name is taken. We're going to go with Dirty Claw. Why not? And we're going to go with the Gilneas. Actually, we shouldn't go with Gilneas because it actually... Hunt be Warg. No, Hunt by Warg. We're going Dirty Claw. Just it's easy to remember. But if we go Gilneas, it takes longer. I like the Gilneas storyline. I like this, but the problem is the Gilneas, it takes a lot longer to get through it. But I like the Gilneas because the city looks really cool. But it just takes forever. I mean, it takes like 2 or 3 times as long to go through the starting Gilneas storyline as it does to go through Exile's Reach. So unfortunately, we're going to go through Exile's Reach. I apologize because I really think Exile's Reach is boring, but we can get through it a lot faster. Okay. We got Dirty Claw. Remember, we have still name change if we want to name change our character, right? So let's do Dragonflight. And we're going to go this one. And that's way too loud. Thank you for blasting our ears. Blade Runner. Now we have to get also, oh man, we're going to have to go Guild Wars 2 UI. Wow, add-on.
You are a soldier of the Noble Alliance, a coalition of kingdoms upholding the ideals of valor and justice across Azeroth. An Alliance expedition sent to explore an uncharted island has recently gone missing. As a bold new recruit, you have joined a rescue mission departing from Stormwind. Find the lost expedition members and bring them home. For the Alliance!
Recruit, step forward. We're approaching the island.
Man, my keybinds look like they're still there. Like I still have keybinds. That's cool.
We have a mission to accomplish. I need everyone in top form if we're to complete this mission. Show me what you can do.
Why am I seeing all the action bars option? I think this is, if I remember correctly, this action bar glitch is only in the beginning. Like, see how we can see like the slots on the action bars? I think that goes away. I think that goes away once we get out of the beginning. All right. I think.
Good. Next? That's odd. Private Cole will run you through the rest of the drills.
I feel like I don't know how to play the game.
Storm with the
This game is so
We'll
complicated.
save the expedition in no time.
I'm level 2. Wee.
Let's move into sparring positions.
Can I jump into the water?
I'll let you
Oh,
have the first
no.
strike.
I can't jump into water. How do we have any abilities? No, see. Oh yeah, we got an arcane shot. We got anything else? It looks like that's it.
I'm here to help however I can. Never run from your opponent. Stand your ground and fight until the end.
Never run from your opponent. What
I
do you,
yield.
never run from your opponent.
So you're more
I'm
than
running, man. I'm a
what you
hunter.
find on that island.
I'm running.
Private Cole reporting for duty.
Now this, what's interesting is you saw that person was
Captain,
already.
we can't weather this
They were
storm
using
for
their
long.
heirloom gear.
Everyone below decks, now!
So we should put on some heirloom gear here in a minute. Where? I don't even know him.
We'll find that missing expedition.
I mean, they did to be honest, they did a great job with this starter. This kind of starter zone is a really, they did a really good job. Now, I don't want to see my helm.
Thank the light. Are you injured?
Fortunately, we can't choose to hide. They took that away from you, which I always thought was stupid. So, we can also do mounts. Oops. Oh shit, I don't have upgraded stuff. Like if you look at like for example Paladin, see how I've got my stuff upgraded to like level 69? Like to get these things upgraded costs a lot of gold, like a ton of gold. I probably have some gold on my characters I can send to this character, but we're gonna want to upgrade these heirlooms. That way we don't have to worry about we don't even have to worry about like acquiring gear until like almost max level. We just keep using our heirlooms. But if we go to, let's see, class hunter, you can see that none of my gear has really been upgraded. Like, oh my god, my cannon's only 39. Oh man. Oh, but we can use the burnished wooden staff. So we got the shoulders. Yeah, we pretty much, I think, got everything. Let's see. 3 haste. Get rid of that one. Can we even equip that? No. You can't because you have to have your bow.
The Alliance leaves no one behind. Murlocs are dangerous in large numbers. Take back our supplies, but avoid fighting too many of them at once. We have a mission to accomplish. Don't leave your post unattended.
Wing clip. You've reached level 3.
Nasty storm. It must have hit the first boat too.
Never seen a storm like that.
Don't worry. We'll find the expedition.
Stay focused and sharp. You 3, scour the island for any sign of the expedition. Recruit, you and I will scout ahead.
So hungry.
The Alliance leaves no one behind.
Henry knew you would come.
Of course I did. He's my son. But more than that, he's a soldier of the Alliance. We leave no one behind.
Quilboar ambushed us.
Eat first, Ilaria. You need your strength.
Arcanon Poros.
We'll head north and rendezvous with the others. Ilaria, recover your stamina before pushing forward.
I've got a new mouse. I don't know if I plugged it in. I bought a new Razer Rapper Mini. I don't think it's...
I've never given up on any member of the Alliance. I'm not about to start by failing my son.
It is plugged in. No, it's not plugged in. Never mind. I'll set that up later. We'll worry about that later.
We'll find that missing expedition.
Over here. The Quillbore are conducting some sort of ritual. What can I do for you? Aim true. We don't have much time. You'll have to learn fast. I've taught you the basics. Now find the beast and tame it. That expedition is counting on us. Keep your chin up. The hunt goes on.
Let's go. Those monsters have my son.
Henry, I didn't see him, but I'm sure he's still alive.
I know. I raised him to overcome any challenge.
Okay, you can see we have, you can see the pet action bar here. You can see it's control 1, control 2, so we're going to change that. This is like attack. We've got defense and passive, so we're going to go into options, key binding, and we're going to say control 1 is shift mouse wheel forward. So now I can target this mob and I can tell him to go and he'll attack. And I'll bring him back. And then for these other ones, like we've got see defensive, assist, passive. So options and control 9 is control D, and we'll try doing shift D on this one to see if this works. So we do this, he goes to attack, and then we hit passive, and it's basically like a recall pet, so that'll work. But we don't have aggressive, so they changed pets a little bit. You don't have like aggressive and
Sacrifice for ritual. The Geolord will not return to the Earth. Intruders! You will be...
I knew the Alliance would rescue us. Let's get out of here. Necromancy is nothing next to technology.
apparently we got aspect of the cheetah. Now this is going to be control space, which I don't know. Just put it here for now. Now keep in mind, this is different. Again, it says aspect. It says increases your movement speed by 90% for 3 seconds and then by 30% for another 9 seconds. But again, you don't get days, so this isn't like the vanilla WoW ability. So go options, we're gonna go key bindings, and we're just gonna go, let's see, quick keybind mode, and we're gonna hover over this, and boom. Okay.
You're Captain Garrick, Henry's mother. He always said you'd come for us.
Well, he was right. Now, where's the rest of the expedition?
I'm not sure, but I know I brought along a miniaturized Scout-O-Matic 5000. Let's just unshrink it. Whoops, too big. A slight adjustment, and... there! Just right. Give it a try. Come in. It seems the Scout-O-Matic 5000's camera is working as expected.
It has a camera? Then why does anyone need to be up there?
As a backup, of course. What if the machine were to break? We wouldn't be able to see. I mean, I doubt anything of the sort will happen. Just don't jostle it around too much.
Quiet. I see something.
We will take your soul and raise the dragon from the dead.
The full force of the Alliance will rain down.
They're bringing a dragon back from the dead? How are we going to deal with that?
We have to stop the sacrifice. But it would take an army to get through all of the undead.
Or science. The resizer can enlarge one of the nearby boars so it can trample all of those monsters flat.
We don't have any other choice. My son's life is on the line.
That's very loud. It's my, let's see, age. Let's do this one. Alright.
We'll show these ogres the powers. One giant boar coming up. Let's just calibrate the resizer. Whoops, too small. Let's see. Turn this dial. Okay, try it now. Yikes! Oh, that won't do it all. Here, try again. Eureka! A giant boar! Let's report back to the captain.
The Alliance leaves no one behind. Keep your guard up. Lives depend. We'll deal with the army. The rest of you, push forward and set up camp once we've cleared a path.
Mother! I knew you'd save us!
Something's happening to the boar. Hang on, recruit. We've dealt with the undead. Now let's finish off that necromancer and save my son. Good riddance. Let's go check on Henry.
Mother, I'm sorry. I tried to fight the ogres, but they were too strong.
Henry, always remember that you are more than your mistakes. Now, Private Garrick, I want a full situation report.
I'll try my best to help. Yes, Mother. Captain Garrick. The ogres are used...
Together, we'll see our way through this.
You need something? Have a good one. How are you? See you around. Good day to you. See you later.
Stay focused and sharp.
I'm grabbing a pint when this blows over. All right, let's see what we can find. Well, I think we can say we found something. I just want to get back to the mainland.
Greetings. Dionys?
Good luck! Those survivors are counting on you.
Rescue anyone you can find.
Shit, Hunter's Mark? I wonder if I even use Hunter's Mark. I guess you do. Look at those little tiny spitters. Look at the spitters! Wow, it's 19th anniversary. Look at these bars look all screwy. So, yeah, we've got here, shift mouse wheel up. Alright, let's just take a screenshot of this real quick. Span, copy to clipboard. Oh. You can see these are my specific macros. Let's see if we've got these. Should all be saved on the hard drive. Let's take a look. Programs, World of Warcraft, WTF, oh my god! Let's go to Skywall. And what's this character's name? Shady Vale. How come I don't see her? Shady, I don't see Shady Vale. Huh. Huh. Oh well. Wow, was I actually using these? I'm just surprised. I wasn't using these macros, was I? I couldn't have been using growl off, growl on. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it. I don't see him. I think that was something he probably was using pre-Dragonflight, maybe. Like, here's Wildfire Bomb. Wow, that looks way more complicated than it needs to be. Master's Call. I don't know why my character isn't here. Well, let's see if we have the new character. This new character was called Dirty. And you can see it's not here either. What the hell? This is where we installed it. Unless I typed the wrong path. I did not. WoW can be kind of funny sometimes. It may need to close the client down to actually update all these files. Well, let's go to open file location. You can see that this is where we're installed. Retail, World of Warcraft, retail. Okay, I was in the wrong folder. Macros. Okay, we'll go our macros here, because if we go back into here, you can see that we have Dirty Claw right here. Okay, and what we can do is here, and we go to Shady Vale. Let's just take this macros and config. I'm gonna exit the game. Let's see if we can update those. What's up, Duffy? You're sick? Dude, I was so sick last night. I was so sick today too. I got sick yesterday, like last night, and I was really sick today, and I just took like a 3-hour nap earlier, and I was still, I feel better, but I still feel really weak, like no strength. So I got the same thing you got, man. I'm just mucking around in retail. I do feel better. I do feel better than I did last night. Last night I really felt bad. Like my throat feels better. I'm still really weak, so I still need to, get some sleep tonight. I don't know why it's asking me to log in. Oh yeah, God, I hope it's not. I don't know. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. Like, I definitely feel weak. Like, like I have no energy. Alright, here we go. Dirty Claw. So we're just playing around in Shadows. I wanted to see how the Survival Hunter was. Season of Discovery. It comes out like here. Hold on a second. So, Season of Discovery. Did I put it? Yeah, it's right here. Season of Discovery. These are the the times. Like for me, I'm Eastern. This is Eastern time zone, United States, Central, Mountain Pacific. Here's Sydney, Australia, Perth, Australia, Wellington, New Zealand, and I don't know where Pay is. Anyways, I'm in the Eastern time zone, United States. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. So you can see right now it is 11:29 at 11:14 p.m. So we've got 12 hours from now. That can't be right. 12. Yeah. 12 a.m. 12. So yeah, we're only looking at like 17 hours from now. Drink a lot of juice. You're Joe, you're tired, man. Yeah, 1 p.m. for you. Oh, so you're all the way over in Pacific time zone? Yeah, so basically 17 hours from now or something. Yeah, and I was watching this, Willie's video here, Winners and Losers of Season of Discovery, and pretty decent. And actually, Big Bob Du Bois did a great video here on Season of Discovery Meta.
Strikes to hilariously give your...
This video was actually really good. Because I've gone through a lot of videos on Season Discovery, and most of them are pretty bad. How you doing, Jaw? How you doing, baby? Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll be streaming tomorrow. My wife does come home tomorrow because she had to go to see a new doctor, and it didn't... I don't want to say... I don't think it really went well. I'm sure she's probably not happy because the doctor basically said, you know, she's been having all these stents they've been putting into her blood vessels to open them back up because they keep clogging up. This doctor basically said they want to do a bypass surgery, which, as you guys know, is pretty much like open heart surgery, you know. So, yeah. Well, yeah, my wife's probably not too keen about that, but it could be a permanent fix for her problems. Also, keep my mind, my wife's only 40 years old, so to think that somebody at the age of 40 needs to do a heart surgery, a bypass surgery, is pretty unbelievable. So my wife does come home tomorrow. I don't know what time, so I'm not sure. And I don't know what the servers are going to be like either. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to play. You know, when she gets home, I may be spending quite a bit of time with her, you know. So I just don't know. I don't know when she gets home. I got to talk to her tomorrow, so. But I did take Friday off, so this Friday I don't work. I took that day off. But yeah, I should be streaming tomorrow at 4 p.m. when, you know, I'll probably start streaming like maybe half an hour ahead of time. Like if the servers, well, actually I really can't do that because I'm working tomorrow. So probably what I'll do is I'll probably try to jump in and get into the game, you know, like, but I won't be streaming because I'm working. But I mean, by 4, hopefully I can get off early. Maybe, I don't know. I thought about taking tomorrow off, but I just don't know, like, what the servers are going to be like. They're probably going to be crazy busy. I mean, we know they're going to be insanely busy. Yeah. I hope she, you know, you know, my wife's gone through so much, and I mean, like, in the last couple of years, it's been really bad. So, yeah, so I may not be able to play Season Discovery too much tomorrow, right away.
There?
Like,
Help!
if it's
Elune, guide them to me.
So, like, what I mean is... Oh, shit.
I will harvest your life force, and then those who see you...
What I mean is, you know, I may be spending time with her until she goes to sleep, but she usually goes to sleep around 9 o'clock, so I may not be doing Season Discovery too much until, like, maybe 8 or 9 o'clock at night. We'll see.
You will be kindling for the flame! If I die, so do you!
You saved my life. Allow me to return the favor. Hop on. Elune, please shield us from harm. Out of the way, little spiders.
What I was saying is this video here...
These poor creatures. We cannot stop to help them.
This is a really good video on kind of like a breakdown of the different classes. Yeah, I'm just going to try to log in and see if I can log in and get my character created. I'm going to create a hunter.
Light, you're alive!
I'm going to be creating a hunter. We're going to be going with a...
You did a good job saving those people and dealing with those spiders.
Those spiders were victims too. They just lost their home.
Yeah, well, I guess you could see it that way.
I'm going to be creating a hunter. So, yeah, thanks, baby. But yeah, I just don't know. I don't know how tomorrow's going to go. I don't know what my wife's going to be doing. I don't know if she's going to be really upset.
You were just telling me how much
you know?
You hate spiders.
The light shines on all creatures. That does not mean I have to like them.
I can see my keybinds all changed because I copied them from my other character. So now I'm just trying to figure out where they went. Okay, that's correct. That's not correct. That's correct. Don't need this. This is just what? Oh, this is all our abilities, so. Beast lore. I don't think we're really going to need beast lore too much, but we can, I guess. And I'm going to guess this is numpad 8. Yep. And then summon pet. Shit. Beast lore, dismiss pet, feed pet. And call pet. There we go. Now we gotta do that. And then of course revive pet. Let's see if this is correct. Dismiss. Summon. Alright, cool.
We can't rest until we stop the ritual.
You can play at 23 tomorrow. I'm going to do every chores and groceries before work. Hunter is a good choice. You think so? Not everyone's going to play it. So, but I think Hunter's going to be good. And thanks for the well wishes for my wife. Like I said, I don't know what she's going to be like tomorrow. I know she's probably going to be pretty upset. I have no idea. I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. I was really sick yesterday. I was really sick today. I feel okay now, but I still feel like I know I'm still sick. Like my head is clogged and my head kind of hurts and I feel really weak. So we'll see. All right, so let's go to. Did I pull up the macros? Or did I not? Or are the macros there? Let's see if the macros transferred. It looks like they did. Nice. So we've got cast hunter's mark, pet attack, dash, start attack, pet. We got all kinds of crazy stuff going on here. I don't know why we have this crazy macro though for like. I don't know why we have such a complicated macro here for clearing the air. I mean, we really shouldn't need all this. So let me do this and just say it should just be /run UI errors frame clear, and then we're just going to comment this line out. Actually, let's just delete this line. Let's save this, and then this should be our shift mouse wheel up. Just probably. Okay, you have nothing to attack. Let's try this. Alright, what is this?
We have to rescue my friends.
So
Keela and I will scout ahead. We'll meet you to the north, just outside the Harpy Den.
So here's the Paladin one. Let's close this. We don't need this one anymore. Don't save. And what is this one? This one we don't need. Close. Okay, so here's the runes for the hunter. So in Season of Discovery, I'm going to go hunter, and I think the runes I'm probably going to go for, really, the ones I probably would want to use for a kind of survival melee-based hunter are going to be, I hate to say it, but Aspect of the Lion. You could go with Cobra Strikes, too, because Cobra Strikes, your critical hits with your shot ability is going to cause your pet's next 2 special attacks to critically hit. So you could go with Cobra Strike's Kill Command, and that way when you use Kill Command, it's going to increase the damage of your pet's special abilities for 30 seconds, and then hopefully your Cobra Strikes would proc. But I don't really like that interaction. It feels clunky, especially since Kill Command is a 1-minute cooldown. So I'm not really too excited about this. If this was like a, like what it should be, which is more of like a Legion type Kill Command, where it's like a 6-second cooldown, then this would be a lot better. But having this on a 1 minute cooldown, I don't like. So probably what I was gonna do is probably aspect the lion, just for the basically extra health, extra stats, and then probably flanking strike and beast mastery. Beast mastery, your pet's damage and health are increased by 30%, and its focus regeneration by 80%. In addition to your pet, we don't care about the taunt part of it. So this is going to give us more stats, give us more survivability. Flanking strike is going to give us the ability to increase the damage of our raptor strike, which is only a 3-second cooldown and an instant cast. And then, of course, beast mastery is going to make our pet have a lot more health, do a lot more damage. So basically, the goal is with this build, I'll be able to do some decent damage with raptor strike, flanking strike. My pet will be able to do some decent damage, and then I'll still have my traps and my, my kiting. Hopefully, kiting. I'm not sure how the kiting is going to work on the hunter. But, we're going to have our traps, so we'll be able to freeze people. And suppose we'll be able to use traps while in combat. So that's what I'm thinking for the Season of Discovery Hunter. Yeah, Chimera Shot does a ton of damage. And we're definitely going to be probably, respecking and trying different things out. Why did I miss a quest? Is that? Yeah, we don't want to do that quest, I think. Yeah, I mean, Chimera Shot does a lot of damage, but the problem with Chimera Shot, one of the problems with it is it does take a ton of mana. It's like 12% of your mana. I mean, just think, every time you use it, you're blowing through 12% of your mana. That's a lot of mana. So, and it does do a lot of damage, but I just think for uptime, like if I'm in a battle, like if I'm in Ashenvale and I'm in a PvP situation where I'm fighting 2 or 3 or 4 different people with some, let's say it's 10 Alliance on 10 Horde. I'm going to run out of mana just using Chimera Shot. I would rather have my pet doing a ton of damage and being like a real nag to people. You know what I mean? So, how about you chat? What class? What do you mean, Jawbone? What? How about you chat? What class you going for? That's what I'm doing. I'm not sure what you're saying, Jawbone. I'm going for the hunter. I'm going to go for kind of like a survival melee kind of hunter. Where I do damage, but my pet also does decent damage. Yeah, I think Warlock looks good too. Warlock looks good. Warlock is supposed to be pretty solid.
I am light. Dispel the foul magic that binds me here. I attempted to bring an end to these rituals, but the ogres ensnared me, drained my power. Free me, so I might...
Oh, you're asking anyone? Oh, you were saying to the general chat. Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. How about you, chat? Oh, you were just talking to everybody in the chat. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not used to people saying it that way. That's okay. I understood. People don't usually do that in my chat. I usually don't have that many people watching me,
Accept my blessing and end the necromancy that plagues this island.
But yeah, I thought about Warlock. Warlock's one of the classes I thought about doing. You're going tanky resto shaman? Actually, that's not stupid. It actually looks pretty good.
One of your people captive.
I'll try my best. That's Merity, our
mage. The one hand, going with the shaman with the shield actually is going to be. People think that could be a pretty good PvP build too. So.
Let's deal with those harpies. I
just
hope Merity is okay.
She will be.
I think that'll be pretty strong, actually. I think that'll be pretty good.
Gonna bring you to boss. Boss, come
Yeah, why are those mobs dying? Like, watch this. When I like did my macro, hold on a second. They're just dying. Is that my pet killing him, or? Yeah, I guess my pet's killing him. What's going on with this freaking video? It's like not streaming correctly. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I think Shaman tank looks really good. I think Shaman tank. If I was gonna tank in Season of Discovery, I would go Paladin or Shaman. I wouldn't waste time with the Warlock, although the Warlock looks strong and all, but just I don't know. Just being a big walk around in a big demon form seems kind of, I don't know. Doesn't seem like something I'd want to do, but.
Cast a spell to get myself out of here. Keep the harpies off of me. More for dinner. Just a nibble.
Hang in there. I'm here to help.
One of your favorite shields? Nice.
Keep fighting. I'll heal you.
Is that like a horde thing? Oh, AQ? Encourage? Shit.
Something huge is headed this way.
We can beat it if we fight together. For the Alliance!
So, like, way later, right? Maybe because, like, you know, we're just level 1 through 25, so... Maybe phase 8.
Let's get out of here while we can.
Yeah. Well, there's only going to be 5 phases. I mean, phase 1 is to 25, phase 2 is to 40, phase 3 is to 50, and phase 5 is to 60. So, as far as I know, I mean, I don't know if they're going to do phases after that for different raids. I don't know, but at least up to 60, there's I think the 5 phases. Well, 1 is to 25, 2 is to, I think 2 is to 40, 3 to 50, 4 to 60? Is that right? Hold on a second. Yeah. 25, 40, 50, 60. These are the phases, right?
We will see this through.
What's on your mind?
You're a true hero. Watch out for ogres. Be careful out there. The captain will be thrilled. Let's get back to camp and...
Alright, aspect of the turtle is... I can't tell. Some sort of mouse button. I'm gonna guess it's probably... Shift mouse button... Yeah, that's what I thought. Shift mouse button 5. That would make... Seems like what I would use for that keybind. And then... I don't even see Arcane Shot on my bars, so I don't know what the heck where that went. We got Feigned Death, which is going to be here. Disengage. We do have that set up. We do have a kill command. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how the phases go. We'll have to wait and see.
We saved Merity, all thanks to this recruit.
Good work. Now get some rest. We'll find the others soon.
That expedition is counting on us. Bring me the supplies. I'll show you how to make a trap with them.
An ice moat? Sure. What are you gonna do with it?
Old spring. I don't remember this quest. An old spring, huh?
You've got my attention. Aim true. What can I do for you? Place your freezing trap within the Ogre ruins. The beast that's been stalking our camp should emerge. Look! There it caught it! That's no wild animal. It's one of the beasts that was aboard our ship. It must have survived the crash.
Yeah, I don't mind the big Anubis mob and AQ-40. Cool. You'll have to tell me how to do that.
Keep your chin up. The hunt goes on. You need to dismiss your current pet before you can tame another. You can call it back to later. Let me know when you're ready to tame the beast. What can I do for you? Aim true. You've got my attention. Keep here it comes. Tame it, just like the one from before.
Okay, I'm trying to. Invalid target. Oh, okay, this was invalid target, okay.
Fine work. Now you must learn how to place your pets in a stable.
Look at all the empties. Holy quad, you fucking 20 stable slots. Oh man. Oh no, look. 2, 4, 6, 8. I can have 200 pets? What? You see what I'm seeing here? Holy crap, 200 pets. Oh, why don't we have this in vanilla WoW, man? I could have 200 pets? Jesus. Oh, man. In vanilla WoW, it's always a pain in the ass for me because I can only have like 3 pets at once, like 2 in the stable and 1 out. So
expedition is counting on us.
Together, we'll see our way through this.
now the hunter like intro is a lot longer because you have to go through all the pet stuff. So here's my racial. Look at that 10-second sprint. And 5 active. I know, that's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Ogres and necromancy. A dangerous combination.
Necromancy? Not even yet. You feel a strange tingle. That means the illusion is working.
Alright, recruit. Just act like an ogre and get us inside the Citadel.
Don't use big words. In fact, don't say anything at all. Just smile and wave.
Nice. I can still use my hunter abilities.
More sacrifices. Go to cooking pit. Wave at Gorgroth. Show what you got.
Show what you got. Go to cooking pit. Wave at Gorgroth. Show what you've got.
What do we have? Take them to the back.
Take them to the back.
Woodstones.
See what you Woodstones.
It is time to
It is time.
ritual atop the Citadel.
Yes. We shall go to the Citadel.
No. How can we break these seals?
There is always a way, Henry. Together, we'll see our way through this. Gorgroth mentioned ward stones. Find them so we can free the captain.
Oh, those ogres want no one hit them.
Oh, my disengage wasn't ready? Shit.
Me fail. Invader. Me smash good.
Me smash good.
Me get smashed. Reward if you die. Keep sacrifice. You know, stop it. Me speak too soon. I'll say you too late. Boss, say you too late.
They needed some magic.
I'll try my best to help.
Thank you for saving me. But we still need to stop Golgroth. I owe you my life. The ritual must be stopped.
Let's move. I'll draw the ogre's attacks. The rest of you focus on taking them down. We've almost cleared the room. Keep pushing.
This place is full of necrotic energy. They must be close to reanimating the dragon.
Gonna smash! You don't stop ritual!
I'll keep his attacks focused on me. Henry, you heal us up.
Understood, Captain.
Never see Gorgroth win.
No time to waste. We've got Gorgoth cornered. There's Gorgroth, and the dragon he's trying to reanimate.
Puny vermin, you will not stop the ritual! Not after all we have done! Ravnir will destroy you all!
Now, everyone, for the Alliance!
We will be a final sacrifice!
No! He's completing the ritual! Nothing happened. I think we stopped it.
Foolish ogre! You have given me nowhere near enough power!
Don't give up! We can still win!
Pathetic mortals! Your deaths will nourish me!
We've done it! The ogres and their dragon have been defeated, and the storm is cleared. Keep your guard up. Recruit, speak to me when you're ready to leave the Citadel. We need to find a way back to... Look! Alliance reinforcements!
There ye are! We've been trying to get to the stone to reach you.
Ogres and necromancy. A dangerous kind. Excellent work, Recruit. Hop on a griffin and fly home to Stormwind.
There you go. That's the intro. Little noob island, so to speak.
Ogres are running for the hills. They never stood a chance.
In time, the island will heal from their dark rituals.
Look on the horizon. One of our airships approaches.
A true testament to the strength of the Alliance. Come on, recruits. Let's go home.
I wonder if we... Oh, we'll wait till we get to Stormwind before I reload, before I change the whole UI out.
Stormwind City, capital of the Noble Alliance.
Stormwind City.
Though they hail from many different lands, the races of the Alliance convene in Stormwind.
Look at that dwarf
matters of trade,
flexing his muscles. I like the...
Their age-old enemy.
I like this intro into Stormwind better than the original.
An ever-present threat. But no matter the challenge, the soldiers of Stormwind stand ready to face it. Though the Wargan curse ravaged your home kingdom of Gilneas, you have mastered your feral rage as a weapon against your rivals. Azeroth faces countless threats. Bold heroes are needed to rise up and defend her. For the Alliance!
For the Alliance! Now here's where I always screw up, right? Like, I don't want to go through all this tutorial right now.
We've been through a lot together. We'll meet again.
I want to say I know
Best of luck to you.
Yes, I want to leave the tutorial. Good. Because I know my way around Stormwind. Alright, so we're going to try to turn on the Guild Wars 2 UI. We'll see how well this goes. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Guild Wars 2 UI, and we're going to import... We'll try this one. Boom. That looks pretty decent. Okay. I'm not sure what I did. Specializations, you can see. Got our equipment here. Everything looks good. Your combo. Beastmaster, marksmanship, survival. I'm gonna go survival. Look how cool that looks, though. Doesn't that look cool? Like the interface for the Guild Wars 2, like how they did that is just fucking badass. We've got our coordinated assault, which is what I was calling Aspect of the Hawk, but it isn't. You and your pet attack is one, increasing all damage. You both deal by 20%, which is awesome. Now, okay, we'll close this down. I don't know why this keeps wanting to show up. It's just... Okay, I don't know. Close, close. Leave. Oh, what's all this? Here's guild and communities, okay. Here's our achievements. Wow. Character achievements. Breaking the sound barrier. How about Battlegrounds? You going to bed, baby? Hey, thanks, baby shaman. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I hope she's feeling good when she gets home tomorrow. I don't know when she's gonna get home. I'm gonna guess she'll probably be home tomorrow sometime between like 12 noon and 5 p.m. It just depends on if she's going straight to her mom's house or not. And I know she's got to drop her mom off because she drove. A lot of times when she goes to her mom's house, she hangs out there for a while because her dad, says hi to her dad and all that. So, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, she knows that Season of Discovery is this week. I think she might have forgotten about it, but she knows it's a big deal. She knows I'm real excited about it. Actually, one of her cousins is also playing Season of Discovery. He's actually in here somewhere. Because I haven't talked to him, but I added him. He's in here somewhere. Yeah, this guy. This guy is my wife's cousin, Guitarist 110. Anyway, so she knows that it's a big deal. So if I tell her, hey, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow night, she'll probably be okay with it. Why is there a Rumble foil bag? What does that mean? There's some sort of Rumble foil bag. I really don't know what this is. But I guess we'll grab it. Bring to Warcraft Rumble game. Okay. You might step your toe into the stream if there's a key. Yeah. I wish we could get this. View your combat specializations. I wish we could get... Whoa, what is all that? Traveler's log? Suggested content? Dungeons? Whoa, look at this interface, man. Why can't I move this window, though? Kind of sucks that I can't move the window, though. Raids, item sets? Whoa. Crazy. Crazy, man. Customer support. Oh, this is what it wanted me to go here, but it was covering it up with the pop-up. So this is points. So Raptor Strike. We definitely want Raptor Strike. Oh, and I also have to pick 100. So Kill Command, Concussive Shot, and Kill Shot. We want Kill Shot. Okay. Okay. What is this? 2 forms. Oh man, the game feels a lot smoother now that I'm out of the tutorial, which is interesting. I don't know why it keeps showing this thing at the top. It's really annoying me. Let's try to reload the UI. Maybe we can get rid of that. Okay, thank you. Game feels more smooth now than it did in the tutorial area. Look, the server looks pretty dead though, right? Look, there's like nobody here. Looks nice though. The colors, like, doesn't the colors look good? Okay, well, part of that's because I do have, my game modified. But yeah, it looks good. Graphically, it looks better than... I like how there's more elevation. They could really, one of the things they could really do to make WoW a lot better I would love to see them... I would love to see them really, redo World of Warcraft onto a new game engine. I know they won't do that because it'd be a huge effort, but man, if they just, even if they just updated their own engine, but I just would love to see more detail. When you're looking at the ground, I mean, this is really, really low quality textures here. Like down here on the ground, it's really low quality. I'm sure, I would imagine my graphical options are pretty much turned up all the way, but let's see. Shadow quality, ultra, liquid detail. Let's go high. Particle, ultra, depth effects. Environment details all the way up. View distance is very high. Projected textures enabled. Texture resolution's high. Yeah, everything's pretty much Stuff that matters is turned up high. I don't know what this image-based techniques is. Anti-aliasing, let's just none. Allows the game to use various techniques to reduce input latency. Camera field of view. Anyways, yeah, I mean, so I was just playing this Morgan just for the hell of it. I mean, I don't anticipate. I wanted to see if the same abilities were available for Dragonfly, and they are. So, if you've never played the Survival Hunter in Shadowlands or the Battle for Azeroth, really to me, Survival Hunter got turned into like the best version of itself in Battle for Azeroth. Battle for Azeroth is the first time they really added, I think, Raptor Strike and some of these abilities. I think even like the Harpoon, I think was first introduced in Battle for Azeroth. It might have been like earlier than that, but I didn't really play Legion a lot, so. But yeah, the server launches for me tomorrow at 4 p.m. It is currently, let's see. It is currently midnight for me right now. Midnight. So we are talking, what is it, 8 hours from now? Wait, no, 12, 1, 2, 3, yeah, no, that can't be right, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, no, 4 a.m., God, man, my brain is not working, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, man, my brain is really not working at the moment. It's midnight right now, so in 12 hours it'll be noon, I guess. Oh, so really it's still 16 hours. So 16 hours from now. There's so much weird shit in retail. So much weird stuff. Where's my collections at? Let's see, collections, mounts. So we do have access to mounts. I like to use, for this character, since I'm a Wargan, typically use the wolf. This one. One of the wolves. This is one of the wolves we can use. The Garn's pretty cool, I think. He's a little bigger. And then I'm trying to remember, like, we don't, oh, I know what it is. So when we do Survival Hunter, if I remember correctly, here, let's log into my other Survival Hunter. If I remember correctly, you don't need a bow. Like, you don't even need a bow on a Survival Hunter. If I'm remembering correctly, you use a two-hand weapon. See, like a two-hand weapon. That's why I didn't see Arcane Shot on my Melee Hunter's bar, on my Survival Hunter. On this particular one right here, when I was looking through his action bar, I'm like, why don't I see Arcane Shot? It's because you don't use a bow, right? So if you look at this character, you can see my weapon is the Burnished Warden Staff, right? So and there you go. That's what the UI will look like. That's what we want it to look like, is like this. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful UI, I think. The way I've got this set up, copy to clipboard. And then you can just mouse over these guys to show up when you mouse over only. And boop. Yeah, so we got Wildfire Bomb. And we've got Harpoon. Boom, boom. So my pet. Now if I select a different target and just use my kill command, it should send my pet. You see, look how fast that pet moves. I think if I... That's interesting. So it looks to me like there's a cooldown on Hunter's Mark. Yeah, see that? See how there's a cooldown on it? So Hunter's Mark's a little different than vanilla, because so like when this like right now if I tell my pet to attack this dummy with my keybind that I usually use to send pet in Hunter's Mark, it doesn't Hunter's Mark because there's a cooldown. So for a few more seconds left. Now if I send my pet on this dummy here, you can see it's going to change the Hunter's Mark. That. Okay, so what is my turtle then? Oh, it's control. That's turtle. And cool. Yeah, and so we got Chimeral Sting. Stings the target, dealing damage, initiating a series of venoms. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's different. Shit, camouflage. You're trying to blend with the shadows. I guess you can't do this when you're in combat, though. And then we've got my macro there. So yeah, pretty cool. I really like Survival Hunter. And I think, I mean, I was just mucking around with this to see if it still was the same in Dragonflight. And I pretty much knew that it was. So if you guys have never played Survival Hunter in Dragonflight, I highly recommend you do because it's really fun. This is like, to me, like we talk about Melee Hunter, and really this Survival Hunter in Dragonflight, and really it started, I think, in, like I said, in Battle for Azeroth. It was also really my favorite in Shadowlands. It feels a lot like a Melee Hunter because, you know, you aren't even using a ranged weapon. Your main weapon is a staff. And you do have ranged abilities, but they're like Chimeral Sting. It's like when you use these abilities, your character just kind of pulls out like a little crossbow. Here, watch. See, she just pulls out this little crossbow, hand crossbow, and shoots it. And other than that, your ranged ability is this shrapnel bomb, which you hurl a bomb at the target. See, so again, that's a really cool. And this is what I thought they should have done. Like a lot of people were like they said, one of the things they said about Season of Discovery is they didn't want to change. They wanted the game to still have the feel of vanilla. They didn't want to put a lot of stuff in the game that made it feel like you were playing retail WoW. But I don't think. To me, the feel of vanilla isn't the abilities that makes it feel like vanilla. It wasn't the abilities. It's the pacing. It's like how long it takes to level. It's like how much damage the abilities do, right? Like you don't do huge, big damage in vanilla WoW. And so to me, they've already changed things in a way that changes the feeling of vanilla WoW because everybody says that what they're doing with the rune stuff is increasing the output damage of all the classes across the board. So if I'm right, and I don't know because I haven't played Season Together, but if I'm right, the leveling experience should be faster. Because with these runes, I feel like you're going to be doing more damage than you normally would be doing, right? Like when you see runes like, when you see stuff like sniper training, right? Your shots abilities have gain 10% increased critical strike chance when you have not moved. Well, yeah, that's going to make you level faster because you just stand still blowing mobs away. You don't move. And you're just doing huge crits. Or stuff like this, Beastmaster. Your pet's damage and health are increased by 30%. Well, what if, I mean, like, if you stack that on top of the BM tree talents, which increases your pet's damage by what? Like another, what is it? Another 30%? Let's see. I don't know if I have it up yet. If I still have it up. Let's go in a while. So if you spec your hunter as a BM hunter, so right here, this increases the damage of our pets by 20%. So you got that, plus you've got the Beast Mastery rune, which is increased. So now your pet's doing 50% increased damage. So of course, you're going to be leveling faster. So when they said we don't want to change the basic feeling of vanilla WoW, they've already done that. They've already done it. Season of Discovery is nothing like vanilla World of Warcraft because it's just going to be so much different. Now, whether or not it's good or not, I mean, I think it'll still be fun, but I don't think it's going to feel like vanilla World of Warcraft. One thing that will help it is that it will still look like vanilla WoW, and I think a lot of the feeling of vanilla WoW is the way it looks. When you go into retail here, it looks a lot different. There's a lot of different like graphics and stuff, and just even just the nameplates are different. The nameplates are different. If I were to turn off my custom UI, you would see the Dragonflight UI, and that's of course way different. So all this stuff is very, very different. Yeah, but anyways, but yeah, so I think they've already done so many changes. And look at this weapon that somebody linked in chat. Look at the damage. One hand, 707 to 1,470 damage. 1,452 stamina. This, to me, this is wrong. This should never... World of Warcraft should have never gotten to this point. You know? You should never have gotten to the point where you're equipping a weapon that gives you plus 1,452 stamina. Like, the stats are just way too big. And there's ways that could have been, you know, solved. You know, anyway, but I don't know. I mean, I could talk about this stuff for hours and hours and hours and hours. But what I'm trying to say is that this particular hunter in Dragonflight has a really cool toolkit. She has the ability to move in close and to use her Raptor Strike, right? You can see there we're doing pretty good damage. You know, I'm using my auto attack ability, but I've got it macroed, Raptor Strike macroed into it. So that was Raptor Strike, right? You know, you can tell Raptor Strike because it's this right there when she does the 360 spin. That's Raptor Strike. So you've got like a gap closer in Harpoon. You know, you've got the ability to move away from your enemy with Disengage right here. And Disengage also, because of my talents, increases my speed. So you've got this great ability to kite. And then on top of that speed from Disengage, I also have Cheetah, right? Which gives me good movement speed. And because I'm a Wargan, right? When Cheetah wears out, I can use my Wargan Racial. Right? And we're just waiting for Cheetah. Now it's gone. We can use my Wargan Racial, Dark Flight, which gives me another movement speed increase. And then when all that stuff wears out, guess what? Our Disengage is probably already back. So I can be moving very quickly for a pretty long time. So we got send my pet in, do a couple Raptor Strikes, maybe have my pet do a stun, you know, maybe Disengage. Now I don't think I have. We got kill command, bomb, poison, and then if I get in trouble, I just turtle, and then I have my heal, which heals me for a ton. So yeah, I mean, this is really cool. And then you also have a couple of interesting abilities. One's Aspect of the Eagle, which increases the range of Raptor Strike to 43 yards. So basically, if I pop Aspect of the Eagle, I can actually stand right where I'm standing now and actually execute Raptor Strike. You know, like right now I can't. Actually, it doesn't look like it's available, though, for some reason. Yeah, so it doesn't look like I have that ability right now. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like a talent or what. Anyways, just really cool. I think the survival hunter to me feels like kind of like a melee hunter, because you are doing a lot of melee damage and you don't have a ranged weapon anyway. You just have a staff, but you do have ranged abilities, and they're cool ranged abilities. Like you've got this bomb. You know, when I throw it, you see me put a bomb in my right hand and toss it. I mean, look at this. You know, and then you can see there. I went ahead and I guess I accidentally did some sort of air. I don't know what that was. Looked like I shot like a poison arrow, but I didn't hit a keybind to do that. That was weird. Yeah, I must have hit the number 4, but yeah, so we've got Chimeral Sting, which is really cool. Does a ton of different damage. You can see here it's doing Viper Venom, reduces... And that's actually one thing that's really cool about this Chimeral Sting is that at first it reduces the movement speed of the enemy, then it silences them, and at the very back end of it, it reduces the damage that person does, and it reduces their healing. So if you're really good and really smart, you can kind of time it so that the effect you want, like, triggers at the right time. Like, let's say, you know, it's really good to use on Paladins when they pop their wings, because it's going to silence them, right? It's going to silence their wings for, I don't know how long the silence is, though. It says each just lasts 3 seconds, so it'll silence them for 3 seconds. Well, then when the 3 seconds wears off, it's going to reduce their damage for 3 seconds. So when you see a Paladin pop his wings, a lot of times you're going to hit him with your Chimeral Sting. It's really going to, like, you know, kind of nerf his damage. So, anyways. I don't know. I'm pretty tired. So I don't think I'm going to play this character too much more, but I may like I may take the time to set this character up, the UI and all the macros and everything, and I may play this character tomorrow, just like on my lunch break or something. I don't know, just as like a filler until we, until 4 o'clock tomorrow when we can actually play Season of Discovery.
I foresee a mutually beneficial transaction.
So we're just gonna get rid of this. So let's see what we have for transmog. Like if we, let's see. And then let's do, we want to go heirlooms, wooden staff.
Welcome. Welcome.
Alright, and there you go. Now you've got like a little transmog here. You can see she's just got like little handkerchief, some legs, some pants on, a very dark chest piece on. That's really hard to see. There, you kind of see it. And of course my staff that has little flowers that kind of grow out of it. Yeah, pretty cool. And as you can see, there aren't a lot of people in Stormwind. I'm really curious to see how much the Season of Discovery really kills retail WoW. I mean, retail WoW was already suffering, but I am anticipating that Season of Discovery is going to be absolutely huge. And when I say huge, I mean huge. I don't think it'll be bigger than the classic launch. I don't think it will be, but it's going to be bigger than any of the other classic. I think it'll be bigger than classic TBC was, and bigger than classic Wrath of the Lich King. I think it's going to be. I think the servers are going to be so full tomorrow. Now they've got, pretty sure, like 4 servers. Like here, let's log out. If you go, let's see here. Just close down some of these things. We'll try to go to the server list and see what servers, what realms are up. But I think there's only, they showed at one point, they showed there was going to be like 4 realms. But I don't think, right now I think it's just going to say 1 realm. Yeah, look, is there a limit to how many realms? But right now it says streamer realm and this, but that's not, there's actually more. There's going to be, those aren't the right realms, of course. If you go to here, let's see if we've got it. I don't know if I put it in this section. Yeah, this is the one we saw now, but I heard somewhere the debuff limit for players and models was increased or removed. This is yes. And what if you go to the guild here, reload? I think someone's got a screenshot of it here. This is what it said earlier today. It just said the one realm. But if you scroll up, this is what it said yesterday. When you went into seasonal, it said it had 4 realms, and this to me is probably what it's going to be for like the region you're in. Like, there's a normal realm, there's 2 PvP realms, and 1 RP PvP. We already know there's going to be normal PvP and RP PvP, so we know that these are correct. And so I think this is what we're going to see tomorrow. I think there's going to be 4 servers. I think the PvP servers are going to be super crazy busy. I think the normal one will be the least busy, and I think the RP will be the second least busy. I don't know the names of them. I don't think they've released the names of them. So let's see if we can find out. Season of Discovery server names. One day again, let's see.
Server list is released. Oh, is it really?
So
1,100 gold on the auction house? Yeah, no way. Wait, the realm list is out for Sod? Let me see this. Season realm list shows 4 NA realms for Season of Discovery.
Yeah, so here it is.
So A realm, A realm, A realm, A realm. Nice.
So this is it. But doesn't give us the names though.
Isn't out, but you baited me and well, it's kind of out. Posted 53 minutes ago. So we have realms. Let's see if I can see him here myself. Oh, seasonal. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so when you open classic WoW client.
Yeah, so we don't know the names. Yeah, we do not know the names. I don't know, which is kind of bad. Normally they put out the names early. That way, people can tell their guild, like, we're going to play on this server, right? And that way, when you go in, you know which server to create your characters on. So now it's like nobody knows. Like, so, like, if you're going to play with a guild and you want to all be on the same server, you're going to have to wait until you see the servers, and you're going to have to go to your Discord and be like, okay, everybody go to this server, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. I would have much preferred they release the names for everybody to see. So that's kind of weird. Let's. Streamer realm. Yeah, so anyways, so yeah, it just looks like there's no information on the names of the realms. I just don't know why they would not release the names. I do need to go to my Discord and talk to my guildies and see what's going on. It doesn't look like we got Fungal and Palipus Red Skull, but we don't have we don't have the guild leader in here. I think he might have posted something earlier though. He said, he's like, one last hurrah, brother. 5 was trying to hit 69 because he was like level 59. And he goes, you have my sword. And I said, we're putting the band back together? There it is. There. You guys get DC? Pretty sure there. There is his ding. So he did get 60. Oh, he's 58. Why is he showing this clip? Oh, because I think...
Yeah.
He's going to get 60 when he turns it in.
Oh, shit.
he's walking up. There you go.
Oh, shit.
Is my WoW folder? Shit, man, my WoW folders are huge. It depends on which one. So if you look at my, I can't believe I actually have. I think I actually have versions of WoW. Like if you go to, I actually have. What's really funny is my classic WoW is on my D drive, which is one of my slowest hard drives. But because it's classic, it doesn't really matter. But I would much prefer to install Season of Discovery on one of my faster drives. So that's probably maybe something I should do. Like right now, like when I launch, Classic is going to my D drive. It's just kind of a pain to move it at this point. Because Classic, it runs fine on my D drive. It just the only really issue is just loading the game might take a couple extra seconds, like maybe an extra 2 or 3 seconds. But yeah, so you can see here that it's on my D drive. Programs World of Warcraft. If you go to Programs and we just see how big is the World of Warcraft folder, it's probably pretty damn huge, right? Mine is. It's only 37.7 gig. So it's only 37.7, but that's because that is just the classic realms. Classic PTR, classic era, classic, right? Now, if you want to talk about like Wrath of the Lich King, if we go to my K drive, this is where I think my Wrath of the Lich King is installed, I believe. I think it's classic Wrath. I don't. Here, let's try it. Like if I launch that. See, it's going to Wrath of the Lich King Classic. I believe. I don't know why I have to log in. Well, it's. I don't know if this is the right account. So yeah, so you can see that I have a Wrath of Lich King client running. Let's see, what was the last? I'm trying to see what was the last characters I played. Was it Grovulus? Yeah, I've got 80 Paladin. Yeah, I was playing my. I've got 80 Paladin here. A couple of the characters. But you can see that it loads. It runs very smooth. So that's on my K drive, which is an M2 drive, very fast drive. And then on my E drive is my World of Warcraft retail. So retail is on my E drive. So this folder is my retail, like Dragonflight. Dragonflight, and it is 103 gig. My Wrath of the Lich King Classic install is it? It's only 23.4 gigs. So if you add them all up, if I had all my versions of WoW like my installed on the same location, they wouldn't be anywhere near 400 gig. I mean, so but I'm nowhere near that much. I mean, like we got 23.5 gig here. We had 20. I think we had what, like 30 something, 37 on the other drive. So that's like what 60 gig. And then I think we said that my E drive installation was only like 100 gig or something. Yeah, so I'm looking at like maybe 163 gig for all of my WoW folders. So like all of them. But yeah, I've got them installed. So I have them kind of all over the place because I've got, my C drive, which is just my main OS drive. My D drive is really my slowest drive. It's actually really slow. It's a 2.72 terabyte drive. It still has 1.94 terabytes free too. And then my E drive is what it says. It's a Seagate 970 Evo, and then my K drive is a Seagate 980, Pro 2. So. But actually, my fastest drive is the E drive because my computer only supports running M2. Only supports running one of my M2s at the fastest speed without installing like an additional card, like into like a PCI slot, which I haven't done that. So this the E drive is going to be running the quickest. So if you go to, let's see, right here. If we run a test on the drives, we can see how fast or slow they are. So it, it looks like it's getting, 3,540 megs per second. That's the E drive. If we went to like the D drive, it's it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be anywhere near that. We might get like 200 meg per second or something, right? Let's see what it is. I'm curious now. Keep in mind my computer is about 4 years old. Oh, it was pretty accurate. Like we got 203 point. So my E drive was getting us 3,500 meg per second. My D drive only 203 meg per second, right? And then if you go to my K drive, it's probably only going to get maybe like 1,800 or 2,000 meg per second because it's not running at the fastest speed. None of these are super, super fast because, like I said, my computer is about 4 years old. If you're running like a newer computer, your M2s are you're gonna be pushing up around anywhere from like 7,000 meg per second. It's insane how fast they are. But still, 1,763 meg per second is more than fast enough to run, World of Warcraft games and stuff like that. It's not really a problem. But yeah, that's what we're looking at tomorrow, Season Discovery. We're definitely going to be looking at trying to get. I'm hoping probably to get Aspect of the Lion, Flanking Strikes, and Beast Mastery. Those are the glyphs those are the runes I'm kind of looking to get. For the build that I'm going for, that's kind of what I'm working towards. Now we could go like Cobra Strikes, Kill Command, and Beast Mastery if we wanted to really focus on just pet damage. But since I'm going to go down the survival tree, because I'm just not going to do that. It doesn't make sense for my talent build. So yeah, Aspect Line, Flanking Strikes, Beast Mastery. I thought about trying to go with like maybe, Master Marksman because increases critical strike chance by 5% and reduces mana cost of all your shots. But I don't think so. I think Aspect is better for what I'm trying to do. And the other thing that would have been nice, like that Carve. I would like to have seen Carve put on a different. I'm hoping that down the road we'll have more options. You know what I mean? We'll have more options as far as like, I'm hoping that I could get like, for example, like I could get Carve and Beast Mastery in the same build. I mean, hopefully maybe we can move some of these runes to different slots because we are going to get runes added to headpieces in different areas, but I don't know. So I don't really know. I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, is rune only going to be available on gloves? If so, then we'll never be Carve. I mean, we'll never be able to have Carve and Beastmaster at the same time. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they're ever going to allow us to. I guess probably not. I mean, I guess there's no reason to list it this way if they were going to let you, like, for example, say, "Oh, I just want to move Carve over here." So I don't think you'll ever be able to have Carve and Beast Mastery at the same time. And honestly, Beast Mastery is BM, so it kind of makes sense because none of these are really BM things, really. I just think Carve, if you're going for like a melee hunter build, like a more melee-based hunter, and you also want your pet to do a lot of damage, then it would have been nice to have Beast Mastery and Carve, because that would have worked well for that. And that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going for a hunter that can do a lot of damage in close with melee abilities, but also their pet's going to be really a pain in the ass for people because the pet's going to be very tanky and the pet's going to do good damage as well. And that way, when you're kiting and trying to evade damage by staying away from somebody, your pet will still be on them and being a real nuisance. So you want your pet to be a nuisance so they can't just directly focus you, and you don't want your pet to be so weak that they can't just burst your pet down. So I'm hoping that by getting Beast Mastery, Flanking Strike, and Aspect, neither of us will be easy to kill. But my big concern is there's no really like closer, there's no gap closer Like the reason I was going to retail WoW and creating that Wargan Hunter was to show you guys that in retail, a survival hunter has a ton of gap closers between the Wargan racial, between the way cheetah works in retail, because you can't get dazed on it. It's basically just a really good sprint that lasts a long time, and of course harpoon, it pulls you right in, and disengage, it moves you right out. So I don't really understand how Blizzard said, well, we're trying to maintain the same flavor of vanilla. So they're like, well, we don't really want to change, like how they're not really adding a lot of new CC into the runes, which I think is a great decision. But I think if you look at the classes for PvP purposes, and you want to say, if somebody wants to play a survival hunter for PvP, and you're going to give them something like flanking strike, which is obviously a skill that requires you to be within melee range, right? See, it says melee range on the tooltip. Then you got to be within melee range. And if you are trying to get into melee range, I mean, almost every class that has to be within melee range has a good way to get into that range. Like a rogue just stealths and walks up to somebody in stealth because they can't see him, and then he's within melee range and he can start doing damage. A feral druid, same thing. He can walk, he can just creep up, or he can pounce. A warrior can charge. I don't really know what shaman can do though. Like I don't play shamans in vanilla, so I don't really know how a shaman kind of gets in there. But the rogue, the feral druid, and the warrior all have ways to initiate melee damage without, it's not difficult for them to get into that position where they can start doing their in close melee damage. But if you have a melee hunter, they're going to have all kinds of problems. How are you going to get close enough? What if you're a melee hunter and you're going up against a mage? How the hell are you going to get on the mage? Like, how are you going to get up there and start hitting the mage? He's just going to kite you. He's going to sheep you, freeze you. A rogue can open up out of stealth on a mage and do some damage before the mage gets away. And the rogue's got sprint. He's got cloak of shadows. He's got blind. There's different things he can do. Warrior, of course, has charge. So I don't know. So I would have loved to have seen the hunter get some sort of a gap closer. I think harpoon would have been perfect. I think putting harpoon in vanilla, I think putting harpoon in season discovery would have made all kinds of sense. Would have made tons of sense, and I think people would have been super excited about harpoon as a rune. But you know what? Maybe it is going to be in the game. We don't know. I mean, I'm hoping and praying. I'm praying to Hunter Jesus, Hunter Jesus, that they do put harpoon in. So, anyways, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to go do something else, go to bed. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow when the servers go live at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me in Florida. I'm working, but I'm going to try to get off. I'm going to try to talk to my boss tomorrow and see if he'll let me off early. I actually left work early today because I wasn't feeling well. So maybe I'll try to log on. Maybe if I can log on to work early tomorrow, like if I can log on around 7 or something, then I'll just tell him, hey, logged in at 7. Gonna leave a little early so I can jump into Season of Discovery. Well, you don't have to feign death freezing trap though, right? You don't have to do that. Well, according to what was Deadmines, traps will be usable in combat. So FD freezing trap isn't going to be a thing anymore. I mean, if the data mine is right, if what was found is correct and doesn't get changed, traps are going to be usable in combat. So no more feign deathing to drop our traps, which is great because it's going to save us a ton of mana. Now, mana isn't based on numbers in Season of Discovery. It's all based on percentages. You look at these tooltips and it says explosive shot takes 7% of your base mana. So that's pretty interesting. I think that's a really good way to do it. And I think percentages are probably a lot better way to do a lot of the stats. I think, like instead of like having stuff like if, let's say you have a bow that does a certain amount of damage and you use like arcane shot. Well, arcane shot would just be like, your base bow, you would be like, 100% of your weapon damage plus, some additional, That way you don't really have ranks. I mean, there's just, you're trying to prevent the stat bloat. Like when I was looking at retail WoW, you saw stuff like, does 1,200 damage per second, or this, if you equip this item, it gives you 1,433 stamina. I mean, that stuff like that's just kind of silly, and the stat bloated. And that's something they did. They did do a stat squish, but it's still there, man. Even after the stat squish, the stats are way too bloated. So, but I don't know if I saw. One thing that was interesting is we see the runes, but there's been tooltips for Season of Discovery abilities, and I don't know if I found that yet. I'd like to be able to find that. So look like Season of Discovery, Hunter skills, and their tooltips. You know, I don't know if that's listed anywhere. Hunter's abilities and talents. So, okay, so this is cool. So we do have it here. Look, check this out. So if you look at, for example, Freezing Trap, notice what it says. It said, now it does say 50 mana on here, which is interesting, because if you go to, let's see, these are talents. I don't see runes here. Yeah, see, these are listing mana. I don't know. See Discovery, Hunter abilities, and talents. And they've got this broken out by phase, which is pretty cool. But I don't see... This doesn't have the runes section, though. Let's see. It's interesting that these do have a mana number. Like you can see, Wing Clip costs 40 mana. You know, Eagle. I was just curious if these were going to say they cost a certain amount of mana. But if we go to... where is abilities, buffs, damage? If you look at Raptor Strike, notice the difference on Raptor Strike. See, like it says it's instant ability now, right? It's instant. Whereas before, when you used Raptor Strike, it was like, you know, it's like a next attack. So if you go to Vanilla, WoW, Hunter abilities, let's just go Hunter spells. And you look at, let's see, Raptor Strike. Okay, look at the tooltip. It says a strong attack that increases melee damage by 140, but it says next melee. So basically the next melee attack. And it's a 6-second cooldown. Then you go to Season Discovery Raptor Strike, and it says 6-second cooldown, which is interesting because I watched a video earlier today where they said it was a 3-second cooldown. So I'm a little confused on that. I don't know if it was 3 and they nerfed it to 6, or if it was 6 and it has since been buffed to 3. Which is interesting. Don't make these huge mistakes and see. Let's watch this one.
Hey guys, it's Lucky here.
I do like Lucky Ghost. Let's watch this video.
Here are 10 huge mistakes to avoid making as you dive back into WoW Classic. Hopefully these tips will save you a lot of time, a lot of pain, or a lot of frustration. Without wasting any time, let's dive straight in. Feel free to add more great tips in the comments below if you think I missed one. The first mistake to avoid making is underestimating how important professions are going to be in WoW Classic Season of Discovery. For example, Season of Discovery.
So, and I've talked about this already, but Season of Discovery has epic recipes available at level 25. So as you can see here, now you can see like the Void Touch Leather Gauntlets are an epic recipe, but look at the stats here. Improves your chance to hit with spells, right? And then use Descended to Madness, increases spell damage by 10%. That's pretty amazing. And then you can, here's the like the Rogue one, right? Improves your chance to hit, Descended to Madness, increasing attack speed. And then here's some boots. Momentarily enter another plane of existence, instantly reducing threat, as well as reducing all damage taken. Increased damage and healing done by magic spells. Fast improves your chance to hit with spells. And look at this. This one is the one. Now this is a male one. This is the one that I would want for my melee hunter, right? Because you know strength is going to help me do damage melee, right? But look, this item is infused with raw power of the void. When the bearer is attacked, this item is a high chance, not a low chance, a high chance of inflicting a terrible curse, causing the attacker to take additional damage from all sources for 15 seconds. Proc chance 25%. Now, if I'm a melee hunter and I'm up in some rogue's face or some warrior's face, and he's hitting me, he's most likely going to get inflicted with this curse, right? So how amazing is that going to be? I mean, that's going to be like, so this is this is why I'm probably going to go black. So this is one of the reasons why I was thinking about going blacksmithing on my hunter, just because I would really like to have this item. Now, it says bind when picked up, so the only way you're going to be able to get this is to craft it for your character. You can't like buy it off the auction house or get it from someone else. You know, this is you have to be a crafter, you have to be a blacksmith, and you have to make this. So I was going to go alchemy, but because of this chest piece alone, and because it looks like it could be very, very, very important for me as a more melee-based hunter in PvP, I may have to go blacksmithing and just to try this out and see, how good is this curse. It says it's going to cause the attacker to take additional damage from all sources. I mean, that's crazy. Remember, all sources. So my pet is going to be doing more damage to that person, and my damage, of course. Maybe my traps. So if this procs, I'm going to want to drop down like a trap, like a explosive trap or immolation trap, and I'm going to want my pet. Like if I'm, let's say I'm get down the road and I've got I won't have bestial wrath because, bestial rage or whatever, because we're only going to be level 25. But still, my pet's going to do more damage. So, yeah, this alone makes me want to go, blacksmithing.
Discovery is going to be adding epic items. Those are the purple ones that you'll be able to craft yourself with amazing stats on them when you hit level 25. So some really good gear is going to be available to you through crafting itself, not to mention how badly you're going to need to make money and the way that professions can lend themselves to that end, right? Because by the time you hit level 40, you're going to need lots of money. Gear isn't the only new craftable thing that you'll be able to make with your professions in Season of Discovery. You'll also be able to make
I think there's some better sharpening stones and stuff with blacksmithing too. And I may do some more research on this tomorrow, but so I'm hoping there is, but let's see what he says.
Consumables. So there's going to be at least 2 different consumables added to the game for Season of Discovery that you can use while you're in the new level 25 raid. You'll be able to craft Black Fathom Mana Oil. When applied to your weapon, it's going to restore 12 mana every 5 seconds, and it's going to increase spell hit by 2% for 5 minutes, but this is only going to work in Black Fathom Deeps.
So this is
Similarly,
alchemy?
There's going to be a new craftable consumable, and what this is going to do is when applied to a weapon, it's going to increase.
Okay, so now this should be blacksmithing, right? Because sharpening stone is normal blacksmithing. Now the previous one was mana oil. Mana oil was actually enchanting, right? So the Black Fathom mana oil is probably enchanting. This should be blacksmithing. So this is gonna increase my hit chance by 2% for 30 minutes. This has no effect outside of Black Fathom Deep. So that kind of sucks that I can't use it in PvP. But still, Black Fathom Deeps is going to be the main raid that everybody's going to be running, trying to get their best in slot gear for the level 25 phase. So everybody's going to be doing Black Fathom Deeps because they want to get the best gear they can possibly get so they can do the Ashenvale PvP and be, pimped out as best as they can.
Increase your hit chance by 2% for 30 minutes. And again, this one only works in BFD. So as you can see
Yeah, it only works in BFD, but I don't see anything here where it says it's soulbound or anything like that. So this could be something that, you can make and make some money on the auction house with probably pretty quickly.
Season of Discovery, Blizzard has put a lot of work into creating a brand new level 25 meta with craftable gear, craftable consumables that you've never used before. So definitely take advantage of that. Speaking of the new raid, BFD, one of the things that you're going to get from there is a buff.
Yeah, so after you finish at the final boss, you get a 2-hour buff. Just think of like the rallying cry of the Dragon Slayer. Look at this. Increase critical strike chance by 2%, grants 20 attack power. So this is something you're going to want to, again, another thing you're going to want to do, and then go do Ashenvale PvP after you've got, of course, if it doesn't persist through death, it does, it says, it doesn't say it persists through death, which kind of sucks. It says 120-minute duration, so I don't know if it persists through death. I'm going to guess it doesn't.
2-hour buff. So when you complete the raid, it's now going to grant you a 2-hour buff that increases your crit chance by 2%, your attack power by 20, and it's going to...
I just really wish this would persist through death, because then it would really make people want to get this to then use in Ashenvale for PvP. Everybody would want to, get this buff. But I guess maybe if it did persist through death, it might... I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. It would be kind of cool if it persisted through death, though.
To increase your movement speed by 20%. So this is going to be fantastic for when you're around level 25 and you want a massive buff, especially that 20% speed buff right there. That's going to feel great when you're running around farming, right? Because when you're at 25, you're going to be wanting to farm a lot of gold so that when the next phase comes into play, you're going to be able to sprint to 40 and grab that mount and be able to afford it once you get there. So the extra move speed, attack power, and crit chance are all going to be great for farming. It's also going to be great maybe to take into Ashenvale for PvP. Now, Now, the next mistake is
yeah, it'll be great to take a dash bow, but if it disappears as soon as you die,
especially true for veteran players out there. And that would be to run through the game assuming you know where everything is and assuming that you know exactly where you're going from one level to the next. And that's because Blizzard has added new locations to the game, new caves, new places for you to discover and explore with potentially really cool rewards inside, like the new runes or perhaps new items that you've never seen before. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for some cave that wasn't there or some place that looks out of place, some place that you weren't able to enter before because it was locked off. These are all the kind of things that Blizzard intends to add for the Season of Discovery to make sure that this experience is different from the last 10 or 20 or 50 times you might have tried WoW Classic. This next one is incredibly important, but first, never once to settle for the status quo and always trim your hair off and ready like your character. 9 million, 20%. Mistake to avoid making is coordinating with your friends which server you're going to be playing on, because there's a few huge changes coming to WoW Classic and the way it handles servers for Season of Discovery. And most of these are going to be to your benefit, and it's going to make it easier to get on the same server as your friends because they're going to be doing mega servers, right? So they're going to have far fewer servers with far more layers, so much less fragmentation of the WoW population. So that part is going to make it a lot easier to end up on the same server as your friends, right? Because it's much less likely that it's just going to be full. Now, on the flip side, one of the things they're going to be doing is they're going to try to balance the Horde and Alliance factions on the PvP servers.
Yeah, I already knew about
so that. We don't end up with the faction imbalance.
Anyways, I'm getting tired, guys. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll watch the rest of this later, but I will catch you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna try to watch as much. I'm gonna spend a lot of time tomorrow trying to, when I have some free time, to watch as much Season of Discovery stuff as I can. But I've pretty much prepped for like what class I want to play. And we'll just have to wait and see, the only thing I'm really worried about is what server am I going to be on, because they're not giving us the server names. So, that kind of is going to, because I have a guild that I want to play with, and, my guild, which is the guild called Reload. I kind of would wish that they would come up with a new name, because Reload was really in reference to if you die in hardcore, you just reload. Redo it, re-go, reload, whatever. So that was kind of the name of the guild, was Reload. But I think for Season of Discovery, they should call it something else, because it just, Reload doesn't really make sense. You're not reload, I don't know. I just would prefer a different name, but I'm not the guild master. I don't know. I'll put a post in here. Can we, and ask him if, at Bryn, I think Brigstar, can we come up with a new guild name for Season of Discovery, since Reload really means more, has more meaning for hardcore. Something like, Jinx, or I don't know, or what, Season of Discovery, or Adventure. Jinx, I don't know, just a Jinx or whatever. Also, we don't know what the server names are. How are we going to coordinate where we start? Anyways, I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace out. Peace out.